Hey, what's going on, everybody? That's right. Sorry I'm late. I'm fastly late, goddammit. Welcome to another installment of Talk That Stuff. That's right, Talk That Stuff. Coming in a little bit late, but hey, it's worth the wait. It's worth the pain. It is definitely worth the heat. I don't know what I just said, but I'm going to keep on saying it like I made some sense, so you won't think that I fucked up. Nah, never mind. All right, man, welcome. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. Got a late start. A couple people watching some documentaries. They will be joining us shortly. But now we do have the panel here, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a panel. Shout out to people in the chat. Haven't checked the chat yet, but I will in a minute. Let's meet the panel. Let's meet the panel. Hold on for a minute. I got something real special for you today. Hold on. I got the church tambourine back. Nah. Let's meet the panel first. Coming up first from the DMV. On his way to Chi-Town with a vengeance. Hardest working man around town. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the multi-talented Sky Miles or us. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Black Man.
What up? What up? That motherfucker got the church tambourine.
Up next. All the way down in Mississippi, ladies and gentlemen. Guy is crazy on the FL. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome back shout out to my man, Cortez Smith. Up next.
Right on.
Ladies and gentlemen, up next from Detroit City. Ladies and gentlemen, big shout out to my man right here for looking out with the stickers and the t-shirts, you know what I mean? About to also be in Chi-Town this week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up for the multi-talented Mike Notes.
What up, dog? What up, dog?
This guy up next. What can I say about this guy? I can sit here all day and tell you about this guy right here, but I ain't got time. But I'll make it real brief. From Oakland, from the West Coast, where the palm trees freaking grow. Ladies and gentlemen, king of the baseline when Kevin Brown's asleep. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for RTO Beats.
Yeah, that I mean.
And ladies and gentlemen, I am from New Jersey, home of the tomatoes and thin slice crust pizza, by way of the insect capital of the world, Florida. I am DJ WIDEBODY, and this is Talk That Stuff number 57. You ain't living, it's living. Let's get it and let's go.
Fucking WIDEBODY.
What's going on, man?
Oh my God! Stole my damn parking space.
Yeah, I've been there. Yo, they had this racket where I used to live. We lived in this apartment complex, but the complex was built back in like the 60s where you didn't have a lot of families that had two cars. So it was real crazy because if you missed that turn going to the apartment complex, you had to drive all the way a mile down to make a U-turn and come back around. So anyways, if you pull in there, parking space, yeah, if you pull in there and no parking spaces, you got to go all the way around. So what they started doing was people was parking in the fire zone, so they start getting contracting these tow truck drivers, and they would just they would tow your shit if it was parked like anywhere. Like if it was legal, they'll tow it. You have to go down there and fight it, and they'll be waiting. There'll be a guy down like 30 miles away. They tow it down there, and you'll show up to get your car, and the guy act like he's just helping out somebody doing the job at the tow place. Man, I'm just helping out Frank. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he can't help you, you know what I'm saying? So I go down there, I get my stuff towed, man. $300, man. I know I was parked, but speaking scam artist, man.
Yep.
Also,
man, I had this motherfucker. Go ahead.
I got a ticket. I got to fight right now, man. You just reminded me. I'm about to upload the motherfucking pictures.
When I was staying in these other apartment complexes in Oakland, fucking damn Africans, man.
Uh-oh.
Speak on it.
This motherfucking dude, it ain't all Africans, it's this one particular punk ass motherfucker. This nigga, we in a little shitty complex, so there ain't too much parking. There's one spot per unit. This nigga had like 3-4 different cars and other people's spots that like some people didn't have vehicles, so he'd just pull his shit up in there and not park on the street.
Bastard.
this bitch ass nigga, I used to, cause when I was working for this fish spot, I'd be like gone during the day, and I get back home like around afternoon time. Every time I pull up, this nigga in my parking spot, like, fuck is you in my shit for? Like, I actually park here. One, two, you got 3 other fucking cars that's taking up your spot, and plus other spots that aren't even parking spots. So he's parking his shit in the fire zones and shit. But this nigga's like, I had to fucking threaten to tow they shit, because this nigga every time will park in front of him. He either park in my spot or he'll pull up and park in front of my shit where I can't get out.
Damn.
Like, what up, RTO?
Man, we got into it this nigga a few times, because I was like, he'll park his shit in front of my car and I can't like squeeze out. And I'm like, fucking, I had to leave. I had to fucking leave. I had to be at work like at 4:30 in the morning. So I leave like 3. I like leave like 3:30 and shit. So if he park his shit in my way and I can't get out, I'm banging the fuck on their door loud as fuck. 3:30 in the morning. Get your bitch ass up, move the fucking car out the way.
Damn.
They want to play like savages. I could be a savage too. Oh, I'll wait right in the morning when you in coma status.
RTO fuck around and turn his back to the door and donkey kick that motherfucker.
Hell, that's exactly what the fuck I did. And they got the gate joint. They got the gated fucking door.
Oh, shit.
Loud as fuck. So, hey.
So you sound like Pops. Stop slamming my goddamn door.
Yep.
Yo.
Wow.
Man, that motherfucker, man, that's the funniest scene in that movie to me when he said, don't slam my damn door, man. He grabbed that bitch with both hands and fucking, he wombed that bitch. I don't even know if that's a word, but he wombed the fuck out that joint.
Oh, man. That shitty ass apartment complex. Oh, my God.
Dirty ass filthy dog.
So many fucking nasty ass stories.
Wow.
About that fucking place.
Man, so what's everybody doing? Yo, we got Chicago coming up the 14th through the 16th.
Shit.
Most of the people gonna be out there. You know, we got a whole bunch of people, man. You know, we doing our thing. So if you guys are around, man, check us out. We'll be out there. You'll see us with the
motherfuckers definitely gonna be live. I think, man. I think we're gonna be live. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna run their phone battery down, so at least y'all can get, the skinny on what's going on and what we doing. Even if we just walking down the street joning on people, that'll probably be my feed.
Right.
But you know.
Courtesy
Come on, man.
Courtesy of Mike.
About that joint next year.
We'll be rocking these. You'll see us with these on out here. Big shout out to Mike.
Yeah, hey, Mike. Hey, Notes. Don't forget my joint, man. Bring it with you, because I think I'm gonna use mine. You know when you getting there? You got a general idea when you gonna get there? Because I might rock that video in that joint if I can, if you get there in time. I just hope that shit fit. I'll be out that motherfucker looking like I got on a halter top and shit in the video.
Oh man. Hey,
look at this sassy ass nigga out here with a dad hat on and a motherfucking halter top.
Cut the sleeves off, man.
Right.
Real quick.
Oh shit.
What you guys think?
I'm here. My bad. I'm here. Yeah, I'm bringing a couple.
Right on.
With me.
Yeah, two X, brother. Don't confuse the X's. Make sure they capitalize bold X's. None of them lowercase joints.
Right.
And I need gut room.
Right.
Hey, would you guys? Speaking of gut room, what do you guys think of these two big deals? The Harden sign and Curry sign. I think Curry definitely was worth that money, man. What do you guys think about Harden? He was worth that.
Harden, not so much. Not so much.
You think he could have got that from another
Laugh
team?
again.
Speak on it, RTO. What do you think, man?
This motherfucker James Harden, hell no, he ain't worth that damn much.
Yeah.
He put in work.
Too inconsistent.
Yeah. I would have gave him, we and wife were just talking about it, I would have gave him like 180. That's where I would have gave
Hold up, so I didn't hear. How much did he get?
This nigga got 220 years.
What?
For 6 years. 228 mil for 6 years.
They said that motherfucker
Four-
gonna get paid
oh, four, no, she said
Man, I'm
4
about to
years.
grow.
day.
I'm about to grow my beard out, man. Fuck that. I'm leaving money on the table.
How much you
Nah,
getting?
She said it was $228 for 4 years.
Yep.
But the
Man,
way they broke it down on the internet, and they said he get paid $214 a day.
hopefully, man. I ain't trying to be funny. Hopefully, he come out with a better shoe. If you get that much motherfucking money, because his other shit look like a motherfucking flat ass roll of Bounty or some shit.
I'm like, you spending basically all that shit you spending is on offense because you ain't getting no defense.
Yeah, defensive line.
None.
So
I mean, nada. So
I take it they're not
I
getting.
hope that shit worth it for you.
I take it they're not getting Paul.
No, they got Paul already.
They got Chris Paul. Oh, that's right. He went down
Chris
there.
Paul played for the Rockets.
So what kind of fucking cap room do they got?
They got rid of some people.
But
Hold
dude,
up. For real? So
They
CP3's
got
with them
enough
now?
because they Paul. Yeah.
But what big they got though?
What big they got? Good question.
Yeah, what big man they got? Yeah,
Good question.
Because
Good
what
question.
they had.
They ain't got one.
Oh, okay, all right. I was just
Clint
waiting.
Capella, I guess that's it.
You joking now, but I understand. You know,
No, that's
you gotta tell jokes
I'm
sometimes.
not joking. That's who they got is Clint Capella. Who
That's-
the fuck else they got is big? I think
Yeah.
I think the name's still there. I think I'm not even 100% sure. I
Mm,
think the name's still there, but who knows?
okay. Well,
But
hopefully
the
he
name
is.
did shit though.
Yeah, I mean,
ain't
but
like he
hopefully
did
he is.
shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
with anybody that he is a good offensive. I don't think he's consistent enough, but his defense is ass. I don't think that he warrants that money, man. Like, who else would have
Hell no, not that much.
money? Like, you don't do that. You don't get that, man. Like, what if you want to get like a defensive specialist in there? Because you're gonna need one. You're gonna have to pay that man some money. They're gonna demand money, man. Now, Curry, do you think? I think he deserved that money, man. Just based on his attributes.
Yeah, shit, he deserved more than that.
You think
How
so?
much did he get?
204 2 something. He go 204.
Over the course of how many years though?
5.
5 years. What did he get for 5 years?
I think it's 204 or something like that.
See, that's bullshit.
This motherfucker. Oof. Can I borrow $1? Shit.
Now, if you think with Curry's thing, look at how long they had. Look at all what he done before he even got paid.
True.
Right.
We're talking about 2-time MVP and shit and all this shit. And they got all that shit and they wasn't even paying nothing really. He was still on his rookie contract shit, so.
Word up.
You messing it up.
But yeah, I'm with them paying Curry that amount.
Right.
But James Harden don't fucking deserve that shit. I'm sorry. Not that much. It would have been right under fucking 200. 180, 190, but not no fucking 2-something. Not the fucking highest paid salary in history. Like, come on. I get out to Russell before I get out to fucking Harden.
Russell, I think I would give Russell that money. I think Russell deserved that money.
Yeah, I get out to Russell all day, but not James. I'm sorry. And especially for the performance he had in the playoffs.
Word up, man.
That last game when he was super ass cheeks, like, nah.
Yep.
I can't do it.
Fold up like a lawn chair when it comes time to, like Durant used to do, in the big spots, man.
Yeah, but he finally stepped up this year, though.
Yeah,
he did.
Hey, I was watching Bernard Hopkins on the Breakfast Club, man, and that dude would not shut the fuck up.
Oh, recently?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he get his motherfucking talk game on 1,000.
Real, dog.
But he know his shit though.
He sure the hell do.
You know what I'm saying? So
he was saying how he was breaking down the Mayweather McGregor, how that's just not good for boxing and all that shit.
No, it's not.
Well,
I don't think so.
Nope. The people
I don't really give a fuck. Y'all was telling me that Pacquiao got ripped off, so he basically caught another Bradley.
Yeah.
Which goes to show,
You're right.
Ain't nobody really fucking with him like that.
I think they say Pacquiao lost that. People were saying a couple.
Hell no.
He lost the fight.
Saying it's
he lost the fight, but
You
He
thought
lost. He lost. He technically lost the fight, but he won that fight. Like,
think so?
he
I can't
whooped
argue.
dude's ass, but they gave it to the other dude. He was robbed.
But that's
He was
saying,
down under.
that's
Right,
saying,
there ain't no fucking way in the world that he lost the fight straight up. Nah, hell no.
I mean,
He
did
gave that dude the
he
business.
dog dude, or did he
He
just win
didn't
on
dog
points?
him, but he damn sure won on points.
Okay.
It was one round alone where he dogged them and won on points, like round 9, I think. But it ain't like he just straight up whooped his ass. But I mean, he did have him leaking and shit. But I mean, it wasn't like a massacre or nothing. But he beat him. He damn sure beat him on points. Like, what's the name? Landed what was it? 17% of his shots, and Pacquiao landed like 30+% or some.
He always been pretty accurate too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Punches
So
and shit.
I'm like just being fucking straight technical and boxing. Yeah, he kicked his ass. Dude just kept running in. He kept running in, swinging around like looking like bull and shit. Just trying to.
Oh, so he do the
shit.
Sean Porter shit. That's that shit that Sean Porter be doing.
Yep.
And he pretty decent, but I mean, I never liked that about him. There's a few fighters that got that fighting style. Amir Khan, that shit worked out for him till somebody fucked around and rattled his fucking bird cage. Because he used to be one of them ones like, run in, he gonna give you the fast, Liu Kang combo gang, and he's stepping on your feet coming in and all this other goofy shit.
Yep.
So that motherfucker, man.
That's what this motherfucker doing. He was doing all
fucked
that
around
shit.
And man, that motherfucking bang he caught from Alvarez, that shit was a nice little smooth sidestep. His jaw was like, hit me, please.
Then that's what
the
this
boxing
dude
glove
did.
was like, I got you. Say no more, fam.
Don't play with matches.
Dude, and that's what this dude was. Every time he leaned in with the head. Every time he tried, I know, but hey, his dome piece was right for the taking.
Oh man, come on, man. That's what you say about. That's what you say about the ladies, not about the men.
Hey, I'm gonna try to get. Hey, can I get Honest Hip up in here? He calling me right now.
Who?
From Vietnam.
He got the hangout joint.
I'm about to answer the phone right now. I'm gonna get back with y'all. I'm gonna get him in here.
Okay, that worked.
Right. Yeah, man.
Dang, it's cool.
Yeah, dude. That dude. Only reason why Pacquiao couldn't knock him out because Pacquiao old now. If this was younger Pacquiao, it was like Pacquiao 5 years ago, that would have been an easy KO. You would have got him like in the 3rd round or some shit, but Pacquiao has a knockout power like he used to.
Now, I got a question, RTO. Was he doing the bull rush and had his chin exposed, or was his chin tucked? Because there's a difference if you do that and you remember to tuck your chin.
Both.
As long as you don't catch no temple shot, you good.
Right.
But it'd be
a couple of motherfuckers. He would have caught all kind of temple shots.
Okay.
So
I mean, at least he had his chin tucked.
Pacquiao like twice.
Oh, he was coming in like Balrog then.
Yeah. he headbutted Pacquiao twice, and that's just the ones that fucking up.
So that's where Pacquiao cuts came from, I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly where his cuts came from.
Okay.
Huh?
He? Right on.
What happened?
Mike calling back. Well, Mike, I don't know why he's calling.
Shit. If I could say he.
What do you think about Deontay Wilder, man? You think he would have survived in the time where the heavyweights were prominent?
Nah, I would say no, and the reason I would say why is fundamentally he's not too sound, but his overall raw ability, his raw ability and athleticism gets him through fights. Now I'll say this because I know he called one dude out and went to his gym. I ain't fucking with dudes, so I'm just stating my shit on the sport, but don't fuck with me. You's a big ass nigga. But getting back to that real shit, just fundamentally, somebody would catch him out there and slip that shit. But heavyweights ain't built. Yeah, they ain't built like they used to be built. Now the question still remains, depending on who you fight, do you have a chin to fuck with him? Because ain't nobody never really get at his chin like that. Like Stavern fucked around and stayed in there with him, but that motherfucker looked like me trying to fight and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that reaching.
Never mind. Dixie in here
he
already.
Just jabbed this nigga to death. Pause.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm getting some remote work done on my computer, so I can't see any of you guys. So what's going on, Dixie? What's happening, bro?
I can't call it, man. What's good?
Man, I can't call it, man. Ready for Thursday, man. Ready for Friday, I mean.
Man, what's good, man? RTO.
Ain't too much, man. I'm going to send you the track, too.
No problem. Wallace, who else is that?
Dixie.
My notes.
Dixie,
are you, bro?
Did you see Defiant Ones?
Defiant Ones. No, I have not seen it yet.
Don't say nothing, Wallace. I got HBO and I'll be watching it tonight.
Hey, guess what? They got all 4 of them on HBO Go.
Word.
Okay.
They got all 4 of them. So me and my wife about to sit down and watch part 2. That's why I was calling to check in with y'all to see what was popping. What's going on, fellas?
Ain't too much. What's going on? Thanks again, man.
Hey, my pleasure.
Again. Yeah.
My pleasure.
So, I gotta I'm gonna stay on them about promoting the joint. You can't just drop that shit like the first day. You gotta make sure you keep that keep the promo up. So that brings me to a question. Do you feel and that's what I was just about to get at, not about it being your problem, but do you feel that we as independent artists, and you might as well say that even though we do production or whatever, do you feel that we undervalue our stock? And what I mean by undervalue our stock is when we create something, do we actually see it out to its fullest potential? And the reason that I asked that is because before, if you quote unquote had a deal from anybody, you had some capital to start with to do your promo, and you had your street team and all of this other stuff, how it used to be back in the days, from rapping buses and going to cities and doing your radio spots and all of that, magazines or whatever. So everything that goes into it. Do you feel with us, and I can say us in particular, or your regular run-of-the-mill, you could say local artists, do you feel they actually respect what they're doing enough, or do you feel like they undervalue what their worth is, and that's why they don't really get a lot of shine?
Well, I think hell yeah, I think we undervalue what we're doing. I think that on a personal level, I feel like that's always kind of been my problem. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's because we only see what's in front of us. We don't see the fact that all of the work that we putting in. Now, we could be working harder. We could be living and breathing and not sleeping and doing this shit and doing all that. But at the end of the day, I think it's a balance. I think you have some artists that don't have the material, but they have the work ethic and the personal value and the drive, and that's getting them over. And then you got some that got a great deal of great content, but they don't feel as confident in it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I really, this a couple of weeks ago, or actually last week, marked 2 years where I actually started going at this hard. Like, not the whole quit your day job, but put yourself out there more, releasing way more projects and stuff like that, and just giving people content instead of worrying about what I don't have. So naturally, I'm dealing with my peers. It's like, if you see them release something and then they just kind of sit on it, it's like you really can't get mad if somebody else didn't hear it if you didn't tell them about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So music's good, but you gotta promote it as well, because there's so much going on around where you can easily forget about something. You know what I'm saying? I forget about my own stuff too.
So let me say this. So I'm here long for until the end of this next episode. But listen, I put on the itinerary having a special guest on Saturday, maybe coming down and eating with us or something, maybe in the afternoon. This is a guy who, his name is Kevin Davis. I went to school with him, and he's like a marketing guru, like a brand establishment guru. And I think that's one of the things that we need to do next is find out what we need to do in order to find our demographic. And and I think we have a kind of a clue to get to him, but we haven't really went hard at going to him. But he may be able to give us some helpful pointers to do that. But I got to check and see what his schedule looks like. But we touch base all the time. My wife went to his crib for some kind of event when he was here in town, and Apollo Brown was there. Apollo Brown is his man.
Okay.
So I'm trying to connect with him so he can hook up with us in Chicago. He lives in Chicago. He works for a university, but he runs a very, very successful marketing company and a branding company. He does all kinds of seminars and stuff like that. So if that's something that we're interested in doing and spending some time doing, we can do that. If the group doesn't want to do that, though, we can go about it a different way.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm personally interested, even if we don't, do it in Chicago. Like, I'm interested to hear,
right.
What you got to
maybe
say.
we can have him. Maybe we can have him come to one of the hangouts or something if he can't do anything in Chicago.
Okay. Word. That's what's up. Good look on that.
That's definitely a tool. Definitely for real.
Let's see.
For me personally, I've only put out one production project, but I put out some other stuff when I was rhyming or whatever. And I always did these campaigns, so it was never a one thing, and that was it for me.
Okay.
I would team up with guys like NI Marketing. They would do my Twitter campaign for like a month. I would team up with some other people who had their own websites, hip hop based websites on they solicit people like us on Fiverr.com. This last time I did one with the Gadget, and I did one through Facebook too. Couple of campaigns.
Okay.
But the one thing I want to step up at is the street, like physical, real life. With this next project, I'm gonna get out, whether it be printing up some pens or whatever. I can just go out to the malls and hand out pens to people. Everybody can use a pen. And on that pen, it could have, the name of the project or the website name or whatever. So I'm always constantly thinking of ways to get the word out. But I agree. I think we could do more. Do way more than what we're doing.
We are gonna do more.
Yeah, it's a slow rolling snowball effect, because I see just from watching the video that Gadget posted last year, how different the ethic is this year, with the core folks that was there last year and the new folks that we dealing with now. It's like the nucleus that's there, it's not slowing the momentum, it's actually building it and introducing new pieces that's making shit fresh, and continuously dope. So it's like I really think it's something there, whether it's folks doing solo ventures and we come back, it's like essentially we have our low budget or Wu-Tang or whatever you want to call it, but it's like it's an actual production team. You know what I'm saying? Of that many folks together. Right. So that's what's up, man. I think we can see this through as far as we want. Because the usual things that plague people, whether they worried about how old they are doing this, or if they're going to be relatable, we do the stuff that's relatable to what's going on now, and we ain't worried about the whole ageism thing. You know what I'm saying? So we can go as far as we want with this.
Yeah. I just think we all gotta figure out ways and share the information of any kind of promotional. Anybody finds, just sharing with the next person. Just keep it moving like that. Like I just kind of did. In our marketing, if you want Twitter promotion, they the people to go to.
Okay.
Facebook, I'm gonna be honest with you. Facebook, I think I wasted my money with them. So the next time, for my next release, I'm gonna find a third party to do my Facebook promotion.
Okay.
Because I just felt like all the places I targeted, all the markets that I targeted, I got very little response. And most of the people I got responses from were, and no disrespect to them whatsoever, national people, and that's cool. But
I'm down with that. That's why I was talking about re-ing up on my passport next month. Because I'm definitely down to skip across the pond real quick. And I got a couple of people, where I've been more so hollering at them. And I can actually pass that on to you, Dixie. Because, his thing is they're always looking for R&B. And I told them, I was like, well, mainly, you know, we do hip hop, but we do so much other stuff. And at this time, it was just me. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like the crew, you know, you can pass that on. I don't know if you know who DJ Barry King is, but he's always looking for folks, and he's in London. He's like world-renowned DJ. I don't know if you know of For Hero. They've done a lot of stuff with Stevie and stuff like that. Like he actually has a DJ show on station out there through Mark Mack, which is part of he's part of For Hero. So it's like, you know, I talk to him every once in a while on FB, and he's peeping, you know, what's going on or whatever. He'll be like, you know, just keep me posted when you get some R&B. So, you know, for the way that we doing stuff now, say we get an artist, you know, develop an R&B artist and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the way to, you know, get everything going. Because that international money, you know, it ain't no secret. The folks that, you know, did stuff back in the day when we was younger, they still eating off that money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So why not go and get some of it? Yep. And we got that. I think we got that. You know what I'm saying? So
in terms of talking about kind of work with other artists, I've been talking with Jay Mitchell's boy tomorrow. I don't know. You'll probably heard me speak about. I don't know if anyone really know who he is. So, but yeah, Jay Mitch boy. He I had to post some links in the chat or something of his stuff. But he worked with he. I don't know if y'all know Jazzmatic and
yeah, I heard him.
Yeah. You might know Dixie because I know you know Uncle Witch. He did some production on his album.
Oh, okay.
I think he either mixed it or something, but I think he know about him. I've been hitting him up. He wanted to do some. I actually sent him some tracks. I've been telling him about us. Like he trying to work, so I sent him some shit from me. But then later on, I'm trying to get him to fuck with everybody and shit. So especially the DMV cats because he's in the DMV. So
right. And I'm trying to.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm trying to finagle something in the DMV myself. A close friend of me and my wife, she's actually her best friend. She's from out here, but she is a producer at one of the radio stations out there in DC.
Okay.
Don't ask me which one, man, because I don't know.
What's her name?
Her name is Candace Atkins.
How do that name sound familiar? I don't know.
What's her name?
But
Candace Atkins.
Candace Atkins. I gave her like a CD just to listen to some stuff I had real quick, and I told her, you know, if she likes something, I'm gonna MP3 it to her or whatever. So, I'm saying, if I get my foot in it, though, of course I'm bringing other people with me. You know, so, and that just happened like a week ago.
Okay.
Hey, Mav, you said he did stuff for For Hero?
Yeah, For Hero, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of them.
So yeah, me too. That's why, you know, he actually DJs Mark Mack, which is part of For Hero. He has a radio show through his radio station over in London.
Oh, okay.
So I know that Lounge Brown is over there. That's why I was like, man, it'd be dope to get it to the point where we can go over there and check folks out, man.
Yeah,
I'm down.
I would love
that's
to do
what
that.
I told Lounge Brown. I said, man, I'm coming over there. He was like, CX, man, get over here, man. You know what I'm saying? And
I know a few other people over there too. Johnny Voltic, like you know, like Johnny Voltic was up in Brooklyn originally. He went over there for like 3 weeks to check it out. And shit, he live over there now. He been over there like the past 18 months and stay doing shows. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's definitely a market for what we do. And like I said, you don't have to necessarily, you know, contrary to popular belief, you don't necessarily have to uproot, you know, your normal life and stuff like that to be able to be profitable at doing the music. You just got to find avenues to make it conducive for how you want things to be. And that's really what I'm trying to do.
Make the time count too. Time is your worst. Time is our enemy.
I mean, that was always my goal anyway, to go to London. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like a lot of dudes that's from London that hear my stuff and they start naming London cats. They was like, what you call would sound tight over this, and I'm like, you know, some of the dudes I knew, some of the dudes I didn't. You know? Now, I always been a
Man.
fan of all London stuff, you know, all the way from
Hey,
all of them.
RTO, you need to get at Mr. Cliff, yo. I hollered at him earlier this week. He was just telling me it was like, you know, he was still going crazy over the Keisha joint. And I was like, you know, that's what's up. But I was like, you know, he got that production every day. I think you should really, you know, of course, I'm not telling you what to do, but y'all should do a project.
I'm with that.
That shit will be fire. You already know. I ain't got no problem. You know,
Hey, tell him to get the Hangout app, and I can just go over beats like.
He should already have it because I had them try to use the joint. So even though them niggas antiquated, he got the shit. So he can holler at you or whatever.
Yeah, I can just
y'all can build,
just play shit. Yeah, I can just play shit over the phone or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking what was I about
What
to
up,
say?
CX?
What's up, everybody?
And yeah, what up, OG?
Triple OG. Triple.
Triple OG, triple.
What up, dude?
Double O, man. That's like some Bond shit, man.
So you ain't putting on the suit, huh?
Yo.
Well, no, I got the Aston Martin outside though.
Man, you know it's fucked up because I was a part of that little fake ass label, and they was based out in the UK, and this motherfucker like, yeah, we gonna do this, and yeah, he had an artist that he was fucking with. God damn it, what's his name? Was it Phoenix the Ice Fire or some shit like that?
Oh shit!
Can't remember that dude's name, but dude was raw, like he was a beast, and we was supposed to be all working, like we was all under the Grand District label and shit, and I was gonna try to pass off production for them because you know a lot of them cats was on some boom bap, and I know that dude specifically was on some boom bap shit, so I'm trying to do all this, and I'm like the dude that I was, he's running the shit, but then he's trying to be an artist himself and. Send me beats, and I wanted to do beats that's jazzy, but with more modern, and I'm sending them all this shit. That's why I had all those beats named like Beat for Don 5 and 6 and all that shit. And
1 2.
You good?
Right.
1 2. Sorry.
You good, my buddy?
Right.
1 2
but
1
yeah,
2.
that shit, man. Like, I'm mad that shit fell off like that because I would have loved that it come out there, but. That nigga was also flaky shit, so I had to hit the eject.
I hear that.
I was down on a little label before I got with All Stars over in Utah and shit, sending all these beats and shit, man. Nobody ain't getting back at you. The motherfucker hit you up on the side, yo, you get my man, yo, how much did you charge me? Then it went from how much did you charge me to yo, what you charge my man? Like, you not your man.
Right?
Right. I've had people come at me like that, and I always say, man, there's no way you can sign me now unless you got a rack of bread. You feel what I'm saying? And you doing something that I can't do myself.
All right.
There you go.
If you're doing everything I can do myself, then what the hell I need you for?
You the middleman. Yeah.
And then I'm like, man, you know, I'm like, for one thing, I'm not gonna let nobody just, you know, rape me or my bread. I'm gonna rape them if I got to. You feel what I'm saying? So I know you got to take your L's in the, you know, you rather take them in the beginning than in the end. You know, so I mean, I've had that you know, a person hit when I was doing an album with another friend of mine. He's like, man, my manager called me, man. These people down they want to sign us. I'm like, sign me for what? So he's sending me the contracts and this, that, and other. I say, no, man, I'm not signing that. I said, no, you sign that. They want you as an artist. I say, no, sir, I'm a producer. I'm going to be non-exclusive, man, forever.
Right, you don't want to be buckled down like that, especially if you're a producer. You are like you want to be able to, I don't know. Just
come and go as you please. Work with anybody. Yeah.
That's why you want to be non-exclusive.
Unless you're giving me some motherfucking signing bonus or something that's gonna knock my socks off.
But not even that though, because you get the signing bonus, but then you do some shit and you work at a project and that shit sit. So you still want to kind of keep that open. You know what I'm saying?
Game out there too.
Sure.
Put your ass on the shelf. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like kind of repair when I first started DJing. I kind of did it crazy, man, but it worked for me. I started DJing. I'm used to turntables. I started doing like time quarter vinyl. Any which way, I started doing parties with people, and I do them on the house. I do them for free. I like doing that shit anyway, and it came back for me, man. I did it for like a year, man, free of charge. And next thing you know, them same people that looked out talked to their friends, and next thing you know, I'm getting paid to do it. It's kind of looked at it like paying my dues, man. But you can't do that shit with everything, man.
Well, this is how I look at it. Like let's just say hypothetically, you know, a known hip hop dude, or a known neo soul artist come to me and be like, look, I need some tracks. I'm not gonna hit the head off the top.
Hell no.
I'm not gonna do that because this is a networking aspect. You know what I'm saying? And you're taking in the beginning. What I mean is taking it in the beginning. Say if you do something for somebody, that don't become a hit. Now, there's so many ways you can structure a contract. You know, saying, well, look, I'm not getting no money up front. But if you hit them, let me get them points. Yeah, if you hit almost gold, if you hit gold, then I want to see some money. You feel what I'm saying? It's incentives. You can change it around, or then you just do something, be like, that's you, and when your next project come around, that's me.
What would be
sign the contract that I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying?
What would be a perfect scenario for a producer in that situation? What would be perfect? What would make you say, hey, I do it? As far as being took off the market and whatnot, and just being signed under one label, what will make you say, hey, I'll go for it?
If they're gonna give me $100,000 for a year.
100,000 for the year.
Yep.
And then points on
it, because you know why? Ain't nobody really making no $100,000 a year on this panel. You feel what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, if they give you $100,000 within a year, then that's basically your job.
Basically.
Yeah.
Right. I quit my.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much the goal.
Right. Yeah.
That's lawyer money. Shit.
There you have it.
I want
to take 80.
I do.
You're gonna churn out a lot in a year.
That's after
earn
taxes.
way more than that. Yeah.
They gonna pay my taxes on my shit.
Hell yeah.
100 grand turn into motherfucking 60.
Even if it turn into 70, I'm not mad.
Nah. No doubt.
And I'm gonna flip all of that, so it don't even matter.
When you sign under the label and stuff like that, and you the producer, if you gotta go to certain studios and everything like that, guess who pay for that? They do.
Yeah. I mean, it's I mean, you got perks to that shit. I do it definitely. I mean, especially like somebody like they say me, I'm all over that shit, man. If you gave me $200 in a pair of boots.
Damn.
I'm just saying, man. The love for the music, I looked at it like, that me doing that shit for free was basically my labor advertising. I was advertising, I was doing it for free.
That's all it is network. I mean, you actually, especially like say you do something, say like we do something for one hip hop dude. Ain't a known dude, but this dude is doing like 2,000-3,000 on Facebook, 3,000 on Instagram. I'm talking about people viewing his jokes. Man, I would do a whole album with him for free. You know why? Because he marketing me with him.
And that's promo. Yeah, that's free promo.
Right.
Exposure.
I've done shit like that where, hey, just use my name. I don't give a fuck. What do you guys? You guys prefer Instagram or Facebook for as far as marketing your shit? What do you prefer?
I don't know. I'm still learning.
Right now, it's everything is looking like it's about to be IG for me. Like I need to set my IG game up because IG is where everyone's at right now. Like everybody is fucking with Instagram now. So
I'll say this. I got some thousands. I got
and then too
friends on Facebook, but when I do beats and live stuff on Instagram, it blows up, and that comes from not even nobody in the Scratch Magazine jump.
See, the thing with Facebook. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say real quick. Facebook has started to limit and smother your exposure. I have friends on my Facebook page who don't even see my posts.
Wow.
So IG, and hopefully IG never starts doing that. YouTube will start doing that too. They start to try to limit your reach. They want you to pay for that stuff now.
Motherfucking
so
reading.
To answer that question, IG.
Yeah, because I get a lot of new followers on IG. Like my phone be blowing up from the likes and new people following me on IG. Remember, man, you was talking about that WIDEBODY. I was like, man, I'm doing a whole lot with outside of Scratch Magazine. Like none of y'all may not even comment or say nothing about a video, but I didn't reach a different audience. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of y'all be like, what video you talking about? What beat you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because and I'm looking at it like, well, damn, you know, that's because it's new people jumping onto it. You know what I'm saying? It's new people jumping onto it.
I be seeing motherfuckers I even never heard of in my life on IG. I wish that shit would flow to YouTube. Shit. Hey,
YouTube is it's not the medium for that anymore.
I wish that we would get something like MySpace back, man, because I think MySpace was perfect for music, man. If you was doing something, you got that whole page there, you could design
how
it.
shit is now.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you my MySpace story, man. I did a remix back then for Threats, right? Jay-Z Jones from the Black Album. I put that Joan up at 7 at night. By 10 in the morning, that Joan had 10,000 views.
God damn.
And they shut me down.
What?
For real?
I got a cease and desist from Rock Nation.
My bad, Dixie.
Oh shit!
I didn't see your message, brother. My bad.
Oh, good.
10,000 fucking hits. See,
I got 10,000 hits, man. I made that joint on the MV, and they went nuts over it, man.
You know what? You know, while I was talking what Wallace was saying about the marketing, man. You know that definitely is the next level, next step to that shit, man. I mean, when it's all said and done, and we get to where we get, and you know where we're at. I think as far as this whole collective, this as a collective, you know, not including the people, things people have done outside is, I think as a collective, people really put our names out there. Was Matt, to go back to what Matt was saying, man. So I think another year or two, man. You know, people are watching. Like I was saying, people are watching us, man. I mean, you'd be surprised, man.
Hey, WIDEBODY.
Yo,
I'm gonna cut you off, but ain't no year or two with me.
Oh no.
You feel me?
Like that? No, I got you, man.
I'm going to Cali, and I'm gonna put us on the damn Mac, man.
All right. Well, hey, listen.
When you go out there?
I'm trying to be out there by the end of August, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you some shit you can sign and shit now before you leave.
Right.
Basketballs and shit and goddamn shit. Look at CX.
Party favors and shit.
I'm definitely gonna do that, man, because you know, sometimes going at certain situations with one mind, it may work, but sometimes it's even better when you're going at with a collective, and especially with a collective that's actually connected together.
Strength in numbers, bro. For real. Numbers. I was gonna do the barbecue.
WIDEBODY.
Yo, what's up, brother?
I'm about to send you this. I'm about to send you Hips info.
Okay. Hey, I got you. I'll send them a link out. I wanted to play some new music today. I know we had a couple people who has people have dropped projects. You know, Tashir has dropped his project, The Layover. We also have Fields and Late Pass, which is Jay Bishop. I'm gonna play something out for that too. So not right now in this instance, but not in that order, but I will be getting to it. Let me send this invite here. So man, but that was just crazy, man. Back to back. So I haven't purchased anything yet. I will be purchasing as soon as I get back from Shisha Glee.
Yeah.
I had put a
Go ahead.
pretty good. I wasn't saying nothing. What you saying,
man?
bro?
If you see that poster, Gadget posted.
Man, I was weak, man. I went back and watched that shit, man.
No, I'm talking about they got a beat set for August. I forgot which day it is.
No, I ain't see that.
Yeah, he posted it up. It's in I forgot what. Let me see what he said was that, man. I told him I'd do it.
Okay.
And, hold on, let me see real quick. It's near the Brooklyn Metro.
Oh, okay. It ain't too far from me.
What's up with that, man? I'm being nosy.
It's the Scratch Magazine TV. It's sponsoring a block party in DC.
Oh shit! When is that? When is that supposed to be? You say August?
August the 5th, near Brooklyn Metro.
Oh shit!
But he said,
haberdasheries of hemoglobin. Hold up.
He said each of us could do 15 to 20-minute beat set.
Hold up. Let me. Where this motherfucking calendar at? Because if I'm on to work, I will not. I will be sick.
Right.
Hey, that's how I'm carrying it now. So the 19th, you're gonna be there too, right, CX?
I'm trying to, man. I was just with my peoples today, man.
I already finagled that joint.
And what's going on with this? What is it again?
Low budget crew is having a show, so it's like Kev Brown. It's like a rack of like a rack of folks, pretty much from their collective. That's when
we get back. That's a lot when we get back. But this for the block party.
Oh man, that'd have been dope.
This one for the Scratch Magazine block party that he had on August the 5th. And I guess everybody get 15 to 20 minutes to play some beats.
Wow.
Let's see the name.
That's it,
Today's
man.
the 9th, right?
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Straight up. I wish I had shit like that where I lived at, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sick.
All I hear down here is 808s and shit, rattling trunks.
I'm gonna be sick. Yeah, I can already tell y'all now. I'm gonna be sick. I'll figure out what it's gonna be.
I'm gonna be sick tomorrow, man. I need a day off, man. I don't really want to sleep. I got shit to do.
Yeah, because that's the week. The 5th. That's the week before my birthday, so I know I gotta work.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's say I'm supposed to work. Let's say it that way. Because I ain't gonna be here. Like if you guys start making moves some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be here ODing to the point where I'm gonna be out here shaking the can and shit. But
right,
I'm going after this shit. You know what I'm saying? I think I got a sound. It ain't necessarily got to be the best sound in the world, but it's what the fuck I do. And as long as I remain true to what I do, you know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be a place because you got a voice.
You right.
What I'm saying?
I mean,
that's real.
I've always approached it like you never know. Like for me, and like how you know you got to try. Like I'm the same. I've been probably going hard at this since the end of 2014 when I got my machine, man. I've been before that. It was like I had Reason sitting there, and I couldn't sample nothing. Wasn't really into it. You know, I watched a lot of the digital hustle stuff, man. And when I seen CX, man, I was like, man, I had to evaluate shit. I was doing my fucking music, man, like for real, just the way.
Hey, before I spoke with CX ever, I was a looping genius.
CX made it.
I ain't looped since.
Hey, did he make it seem like it was against the law to loop and shit? Like CX, like man.
Hey, no, to be honest with you, man. To be honest with you, my brother, man, who I was with today, like me and him, like I always talk about him. Me and him, we started making beats together. He's the one who got the rest of our equipment. Like, he was the loop king. Like, cause we both used to DJ together. So his timing is a little better than me. I was the scratcher, he was the blender. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. His timing was impeccable. So he did when he looped, he put a song together. I mean together from loops. And you know, and I showed while he was looping, I was chopping. You know, when I had the SP12, I gave him the SP12 and I got the 1200. So you know, the SP12 broke you out of loops because you really had to chop. Sometimes you had to break a sample up, you know what I'm saying? Because you only had that little bit of sample at the time. But I really have nothing against really looping like that. But I'm just saying, like back then, that's all a lot of hip hop records were. You know what I'm saying? And like in this day and time, you got too much technology just to sit there and drop something on a timeline.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
For I love blend. I did a lot of house music back home, so I was a blend master.
I love to hear one of them sets. I'd be fucking with house too.
I love that shit. And I got acapellas, and then the way you could take the filter off high end on one and then bring the acapella in and fade that other one out, man. Listen, man, that's straight aerobics, man. I'm doing about an hour and a half house set. I'm going from Chicago all the way to Detroit, coming back to Baltimore. That's when people start throwing earrings, shit start falling off.
Yeah, somebody try to percolate.
Man, be fucking, hey, man, be fucking with house music, all right?
Oh my God, where he come from, man?
I'm about to roll. Hertz just got here. Yep, I'm out.
What's up, Hertz? What's good, man?
Man, what's up?
Yeah, you got Vietnam, man.
I was knocked out, man. Whew.
Oh my God, man.
So you catch power, man?
Here, man.
I caught power about shit 2 o'clock this morning.
Man, I watched Power last night at 12 o'clock, man.
Man, that's how you
watch it on demand or something.
I watched it on the Stars app.
Oh,
that's how the Wire used to be. Like, you used to catch the next episode. You stay up till midnight. You catch the next week's episode, man. I was like glued to the Wire, man. Like, I caught it in the third season.
That's one of my all-time favorite shows.
Nobody can top that. That and Sopranos, bro. Then after that is Boardwalk Empire.
Man, it's crazy.
I still need to watch Boardwalk Empire.
I used to watched that, but I didn't watch The Wire too, man. And I ran into 3 people that play on The Wire. That's crazy.
Damn.
Yo, your Wire's a shit, Mike. You man, trust me.
Oh, hey, Mike, you ain't even seen The Wire?
No, I was out driving truck.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, if you got HBO, you can catch up right now.
I missed the Sopranos.
Oh man.
Cause that was my college days, and I didn't watch any TV during that time period.
Yeah.
Sopranos is my shit, man.
Sopranos is shit too.
You know what Tony
mad about the ending, but hey, whatever.
You know when Tony was on the boardwalk and the fish was talking to him?
That shit was hella funny.
Hey, that's what town I'm from right there. That's where I live. That's where I'm from.
Oh, word?
Oh shit.
Yeah, right on the boardwalk there. That's Asbury Park.
Yeah, when he had the flu.
Yep. He was walking to Tony and them.
Hey, RTO, we only got a couple days for.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I'm ready to. I'm like about to watch the previous season right now just to watch it. Shit.
What's
for the second time?
Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
We about to start up, man. Shit is about to ensue.
Yeah, I need a favor. Somebody can get me hold of where Jay Bishop's project is. I can't find it, or Fields. Can't find it at all.
Late pass. Hold on, let me.
I know Fields was linked to Facebook.
Oh,
yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Hey, did everybody listen to that whole DJ Iron interview?
Nah, I ain't even the whole thing.
Yeah, I heard the whole thing. I watched the whole thing.
Wow, I listen. I can listen to that guy all day.
I'm gonna tell you, man, that dude is so he has like a storyteller's voice. Like he can read stories with little kids and shit. Like at the you go read little kids books and shit. Hey,
at the library.
He has a story time voice. Hey kids, it's story time.
Yeah, he definitely could be a good audio book.
Right.
Dude, for real.
Yep.
But the thing about it, Gadget, the way he recorded it, that was the crazy part. Cause like he recorded like what I don't know if Iron was like. Sometimes he'd be in front of the mic, sometimes he'd be away from it. Cause I was listening to it through my monitors.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
okay.
We got in the room.
Gadget. Wide body.
It sounded like they had just one mic, and Gadget was
I'm listening.
I got a request on that Fields joint.
I got you. Which one?
Out of My Mind.
Okay, I got you. Hey, big shout out to Vietnam in the building. What's good, man?
What's good with you, homie? What's the deal?
Call it, man. Good seeing you, man.
What's happening, Vietnam?
Hey, what's
Hell
up,
yeah, man. What's cracking with y'all, dog? Oh, niggas.
Let's see.
Good, man. Good. Man, get ready for Shot Town, man. Know about the. But I know y'all gearing up. We told us to get this project together, huh?
Right on.
All right. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna throw. Oh yeah, got about Northeast. We got Northeast Beast. just dropped the project, Part and Self, Late Past Music, all that. So we're gonna go with Fields first, and a request. This was mixed and mastered by my man Dixie Freely.
No, it was mastered by Dixie Freely.
Sorry, mastered by. This was mastered by.
Credit. I can't take credit for that mix job.
It's all good. This was mastered by Dixie Freely. We're gonna play Out of My Mind. This is Dream Snatchers by my man Fields. Here we go. Okay.
Right on. Right on. Great.
Studio close today, mom.
Man, you need to fire your program director, man.
I got it. There we go.
Yeah.
At the station, man, because you at the
This shit
station
not.
right now.
That's why we need that 100,000. We need that 100,000.
Yeah, man.
Right.
That's that pooty chain joint.
Right.
Boy, it feel good.
This shit is connected to my my Bluetooth headset, man. Holy shit.
Saturday on the tippy tap.
Slight program malfunction. Give me a couple seconds. I'll get back up.
No,
Get back
a
up.
tippy tie on my capital.
Okay, here we go. This is Out of My Mind. Dream Snatcher. My man Fields. F13LDZ.
Hey yo, today was the day that the straw broke the camel back. She woke up, caught her baby brother out there selling crack. Bill collectors checking her records that she's neglected. The deficit she's inherited is huge. Same time the light bill is due. Her house needing food and her baby needing shoes cause the soul's worn through. She feeling so blue, don't know what to do. Gotta call Parker brother cause she really need a clue. Her old dude acting a fool cause he's a nuisance. Smokes weed and goes to sleep, his only useless. Truth is, she ain't got nobody on her team. Her mother is a fiend and her daddy left the scene. Tender age of 9, she was raped, harm for mine. The Hoover Dam couldn't stop the waterworks from flying. Trying, praying to the Lord that she may get all the problems on her plate. Now the world really gotta sing.
Don't be surprised if someone tells you that I've gone out of my mind.
Check. Hey yo, today's a little different for the soldier from the mitten. Finally free from prison, going home to see the missus. Falsely accused of a crime he didn't do. Eyewitness told a lie, so we had to do the time. Working 9 to 5, scrubbing toilets on the grind. Haters occupation, but it's all he could find. Coming home late, all he wanting is a plate. Like he's screaming in his ear that he's a big mistake. Goes to his son to exchange and embrace, but the kid turns away cause he don't recognize his face. Work the next day, receives papers for divorce, wanting alimony, custody, and back child support. Pissed, lunchtime, jetted to the crib. All to find his best friend, dicking down his chick. Sick, grab the Nina with the extra clip. Close his eyes, start praying while his hands start shaking, screaming.
Don't be surprised if someone tells you that I've gone out of my mind.
That shit awesome, man.
That's the type.
Yeah, buddy.
Man, y'all motherfuckers ain't shit, man.
I believe you going out of your mind. I believe it.
Same as before, just more to ignore. Work 6 to 6 on some slave type of shit. The only thing missing is the chains and the whip. See master working backwards when he leave, you hear him laughing. Hear the word nigga, can't believe the shit that happened. Thought he had a friend, but he told him to pretend that this shit don't exist. What the fuck advice is this? He drinking like a fish cause he gotta go to work with these racist ass jerks and they crooked ass smirks. Tired every day cause the liquor got him drained and he's scared to say a thing, fearing what they gonna say. So finally came the day when they pushed that kid away. Pink slip bullshit, so he quit. Now the nigga broke, then he scared to tell his folks. Got a pen, so he wrote, seen a booth, now he spoke. Tell him.
Don't be surprised if someone tells you that I've gone.
That was Out of My Mind from Dream Snatcher EP, produced by Peace of Mind, my man Fields from Warren, Michigan. Go check that out on Bandcamp. It's F13LDZ. That's Foxtrot 13 Lima Delta Zulu. Okay, moving on along. Here we have next. We're gonna go with the Northeast Beast. Just drop. Give me one. Which one? Let's go with
News.
news. This is the news freestyle. This is Northeast Beats. A dope producer meets a dope MC from the DMV. It's Northeast Beats. Uh-oh. Hold on.
Right on.
Here we go again. No, it's that bullshit.
That remix. That remix.
Whips.
Now, how the fuck does this happen? Hold on, let me.
Coochie chocolate here means self-determination.
That shit was crazy.
Closed today, mama.
We gonna open back up. Hold on.
Hey man, that shit will be ever ingrained in my mind.
Here we go. This had to turn down by mistake. I don't know.
Let's get right to it here. Right to it here. And Jane is snow in Denver. And we saw big fat places playing. Right to it here. That melting and refreezing, and so they stick together, and they're usually a lot bigger. That melting and refreezing, they stick together, actually a lot right to it here.
I take a different approach. Most niggas talk about drugs and guns, but I'ma talk about my style and how we're similar to drugs and guns. Spit so rapidly, spit so accurately. So if I got a target, he's dead on sight, bruh, don't come after me. Beat is insane, flow through my body like coke in the vein. Needed like glucose to help me maintain. Fluky when rapping, my kid keeps me sane. He keeps calling me, man, I belong in the game. Coach gave me that green light, so now I gotta put the pressure on, and that's just gonna get my team hype. You heard the beast, right? Maybe not, I feel it's safe to say that you gonna learn. Name this flamethrower Usher, cause when I pull the trigger, I'm gonna let it burn. So please don't think that you're the only one with weaponry and all types of tools, cause I keep something in the cut, boy, and I clap back like John Root. I'm a damn fool with the wordplay. All bars, sick with it. Ball hard in these streets, bruh. Hot sauce, sick with it. Send my nature, boy, slick brick with it. E40, talk slick with it. They say middle finger to a hater, but I'm the only one that thumbs up to a critic. I'm a grand wizard, so exquisite on a high horse. You know I'm on the mission. I'm just cruising in a different lane, cause I know how to play my damn position. Somebody pass it to us, I will not fold. I never will crumble. Reintroduction to beast, and I am no longer humble.
It's amazing the large area of wind this will cause as it pulls onto the northeast.
Wow. That shit was crazy. This news freestyle by Northeast Beats is also out on Bandcamp, released on the 9th. A dope producer meets a dope MC. Please go check that out. It's only $1. Go cop that, support that. All right, moving on along. We're gonna go with
What's going on, man?
Recognize. Who's that? Oh, DJ Rec. Yeah. All right. This is DJ Rec here. We're gonna go with Lifted. Number 4, Lifted. This is from Unfinished Results by DJ Rec, also known as Recognize. Here we go.
Well, that's not DJ Rec that be on the other joint. That's who was on last week. What, a week before?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Dude for San Diego.
Yeah.
Here
we go. Yeah.
I love it. Okay. So what's that? You feel it?
That was Unfinished Result from DJ Rec, aka Recognize.
I mean,
it's a shame. It's a shame you got to do beat tags and stuff.
Not gonna go away. He in here.
Huh? All right. That's moving on along. Make sure to go cop that on Bandcamp. Recognize. Next we have Mr. Tashir Rashay, aka The Energetic. This is the layover. It's also dropped on the 4th, I believe. We're gonna go with N2. Here we go.
The Unstoppable.
That was the layover N2 from Tashir Rasay, aka The Energetic. Please go cop that on Bandcamp. $7 US. Go support that. All right, and last but not least, we got Late Pass Music, my man Jay Bishop. This one here is called Sunset Bump. This also dropped on the 4th, if I'm not mistaken. Go check it out. Sunset Bump by Chill Well. Here we go.
Yeah, that was nice.
Freestyle. All right, that was Sunset Bump by Chill Well, Lake Pass. Also, go cop that on Bandcamp. $7 US.
Hey,
Support
why,
that.
buddy? Just thought of something.
What's up?
Hey, you might have some
Damn.
legality issues.
Goddamn Jay Bishop.
Fucking Jay Bishop
Shit.
You gonna have some typing to do.
Oh boy! All right, forgot about that. Hey, what's up, blessed girl? Welcome.
It's Jay Bishop. You know his
fucking Hollywood.
His team is strong.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
What up, girl? How you doing, BG?
I'm good. Chilling.
Hey man, BG be digging, man.
What's up?
That's it.
BG be talking that shit. BG be talking that shit too.
You know what? I'm gonna need Hurts to shut the hell up.
Hey, Lord, what you doing on the phone this time of night, Lord?
Yeah, you be digging.
Shout out to everybody.
Anyway, I don't need fucking Black Math to fucking tag team with Hurts on that either. Yeah, I'm both y'all can shut up.
Goddamn Legion of Doom on them up.
Hey man, we gonna get that shirt.
Yeah, I gotta give me a shirt, yo.
Hey, when you get that shirt, baby, hey, I'm sending you every color we can get, man.
Nigga, yeah, magenta, nigga. Magenta joint.
Yo.
This the first time I spoke to BG since she cussed me out. So we good, sister?
Yeah,
all right.
Wait, she cursed you out about? Oh, it must be about Invoke.
Yep.
Hey, yo. We
Yo,
back
what's up?
live.
Yeah, what's good, man?
What's good with y'all, man?
What's in the pipeline, man? What's in the works, brother? Y'all getting everything together?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Work hard every day, man. You know this stuff.
I see y'all, man, for sure, man. Definitely like y'all work ethic, man.
Y'all been working hard. I done heard some fly shit, man.
Yeah, man. Real. So you trying to get it, bro. Hey, but too bad y'all ain't come down to Chi-Town, man. That'd be dope.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. We gotta make that trip, man. It's definitely gonna happen. We can make it happen, man.
Hey, man, shit, man. Tell you something. Better cut that digging time in half. Word up.
I think it will be once everybody kind of get together and
be
itching. They pick up them motherfucking Lenny Bruce records and shit.
Hey, man, I tell you this. If I get there and we go and I'm there, while y'all digging, I'm in Starbucks making a beat, man.
I tell you, Hurts. I said, CX gonna know what a latte spot's at.
Hey, man, I'll tell you something, man. Hey,
the macchiato.
Man,
let me
Slim, let me get a caramel macchiato, man, with the skinny foam on top.
Hey, man.
Hey, CX, how many pumps of caramel you get on that macchiato?
Shit, man, I drink my shit straight John Wayne, black.
Damn.
Okay.
Lord sugar in it.
Hey, CX had us up in the, but I didn't know Starbucks was in the neighborhood.
Hey, we got the car, man. Said, hey, man, walk over here with me right quick. Like, I thought somebody owed him some money or something, man. He walked out the car, we walking.
Right.
I thought we were going to shake somebody down, man.
Hey, man, you know what? Hey, CX, man, you know what? I'm with you with the whole Starbucks thing. It's a funny feeling knowing that you for the hood or whatever, and then going in the Starbucks. It's like hood properness or some shit. Like, I don't know what to call it. It's a funny ass feeling though.
I'm ready to put a jab in me right now.
Look at him, see?
Caramel macchiato, man, with the skinny foam on top. Brownie Jones.
I was on the court again today messing with them youngins, man. Me and my man was out there, John. We was abusing them, man. They should have called protective services on us today. We young, man.
Word up. Oh man, I just want to make
going in again.
public service announcement to all you thots out there.
Uh-oh.
All I'm gonna say
Oh,
is,
boy.
you know, we want to raise a war against the thots out there. You guys are making,
boy.
you know, just want to say, man, thots are not good for business, man.
Hey, but you know what? I mean,
But hold up, man. What's wrong with the thoughts? Why about him?
It's just getting sickening, man. Now, let's look at this one sucker, Rob Kardashian. You know,
hey,
short.
that's on him, though. I can't blame Thot on that one. That's him. He
That's
got
him.
work.
Yeah, he can't be that.
That's him. He simp. He knew exactly what the fuck was going on.
He's a simp.
A real
He's a simp.
Buy it, beware, man. It was just a matter of buy it, beware.
What happened?
Right.
You know, you get out here buying it like that, bro.
He was adding up money.
Hey, yeah.
Every time he came out with what he said something, he always said, "And the robe that I paid 10 grand for, or the Ferrari I just bought you for 250 grand."
That's your fault. That's you already.
Black China.
Who asked what happened?
Yeah.
You know what's banging? CX. He was.
Yeah. Ron Kardashian went off on Black China on Twitter or whatever, or IG. He just started posting shit like she was cheating on me and she fucking hella niggas and fucking them. I done spent over $1 million in there fucking a month and shit and all this extra shit.
Oh, that's the joint. That's the joint with the magnetized nipples. That's that shit.
He even threw T.I. Tiny under the bus.
Yeah. He threw T.I. Tiny under the bus.
Why T.I. had to say so?
That come from sensitive assistance.
Right, like you know.
Gotta say sensitive farmers.
Man, but you know what though? The real spit. He should have. He should have had the whole blueprint manual shit. He should have read. Hey, he should have read from that from the system.
Should have, but look what we're talking about here. He knew. He just didn't give a fuck. So that's on him. That's all that shit's on him.
But again, man, like you know, the ideal that money and prestige will get you. Like I was telling somebody the other day, like no matter how many shows you watch with these guys, that okay, right on. No matter how much money and prestige these people have, these people they live unhappy existences, man. So. You know, when you're watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians and keeping up, you just keeping up with all this
nonsense. All this
bullshit, man. Yeah, them people are so unhappy with their lives that they have to put on this facade like they're happy and they're not.
That motherfucker Rob, he was first of all he got a gang of sisters. His dad, his not biological father, but
about to say his dad
someone that he used to look up to.
Mom pop.
Yeah. His mom pops. His mom pops and with mom. He at a young age he probably looked up to Bruce Jenner because Bruce Jenner was an Olympian and everything. Now it's a woman. He don't know what the fuck going on with himself, so he tripped. That motherfucker confused with a lot of shit. So now they got all this fucking money and everything, and now he don't know what to do. He got depressed and he gained weight. Now he really don't know what to do because he gained weight and shit. So yeah, I mean,
man,
dude, I heard, man. Straight down.
He's softer than Red Cross cotton, man. No doubt. Man, you got people growing up in terrible situations. Mother, father, mother then became a dyke or whatever, this, that, and other. Ain't got nothing to eat, this, that, and other. You know what I'm saying? So, but he got money and everything, and he still fucked up. It ain't the money, it's his soul.
Gotta knock it up. She got
what noise?
Right.
Look what we talking about though. It's a fucking Kardashian male, like
somebody dragging her phone.
She crying coffee beans.
Now he got the glove. He got the glove.
Wait, hold on.
Somebody.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody riding in a red flyer in the background.
He got the glove. He got the glove putting the wood to his mouth.
Motherfucker pulling the red
Hey, fuck that. Somebody getting you know, enemy of the state when he was taking all those receivers off of him, man.
Come on, man.
He done got the girl knocked up. She playing him. She's still trying to get back at that dude Tiger, who she got a baby with. His sister dating dude. Like, what kind of? I just want to know.
Hey, but no, check. Hey, P Gang, no. P Gang, no. She right before all this shit jumped off, it was on Twitter. Fucking she was trying to go to the fucking jeweler and get like another 300 racks in jewelry, like 3 days ago or some shit before all this shit really jumped off, and trying to get some of that shit to the dude that she was fucking with.
Yeah.
So, that nigga ain't nothing but a bank. He ain't nothing but a bank to him. So, he like, I'm about to come up. Like, you want to get up in this come up? Come on, let's go. So, hey, I ain't mad at her. Let her do her thing.
She let him do it.
Man, like I said,
he paying for it. He said that he knew she was fucking around, but you still out here tricking. So,
you saying CX?
It's the sons of the sister. All them people, their sisters, then, you know, from Lamar to Reggie, what's the name? You know,
Reggie Bush.
Yeah, she didn't. And then the boy that played with the Nets. You know, it's like it's a big ass pattern,
No, not Brooke Lopez, but the other dude.
Hugh something. Chris Humphreys. That's funny.
Chris Humphreys.
Eubank. I'm saying the pattern is evident, right? You know, and game is game, man. You know, so now since his sisters did all what they did, now he got it coming back to him. You know what I mean? And I don't feel sorry for none of them, man, because
you know what though?
They're famous. Hey,
I'll call it this, man. It's just a lack of it's just a lack of parenting, man, because Bruce Jenner ain't teaching him shit. But you know what? But here's the thing: Bruce Jenner was he laid down for old girl too. So you know his real dad passed away, so he couldn't rear him. I mean, he couldn't put him up on game like, man, your mama hoe and your sister might be up. So the mama fucked OJ, bro. So
Ray J. Fucking Ray J started all this.
Hey, I tell you what, man. I mean, the only thing I feel bad for.
You blame it on Ray J.
Hey, the only thing I feel bad for is the glove is putting it to his mother, man.
Who?
The glove is putting it to his mother, man.
OJ. Oh, yeah. I see that all day. Courtney. That's Courtney right there.
The dude she messed with looked like Gary Payton, man.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's fucked up. You stupid.
Hey, yo, that car, I just want, I know, hey, bless girl, cover your ears real quick. I want to say something real quick.
I'm grown.
Hey, what is with this car? I just want to know there's a hidden treasure inside there or something that everyone, why are these dudes going wild over this car?
Man, it ain't because of them. It ain't because of them. It's about them being fucking the Kardashians.
I'm gonna tell you something.
You're attaching your name to that.
You know who they are. You know where they're from. You know where they're from?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Armenian. And what do they call Armenians that leave Armenia? There you go.
What you call them?
I knew he was
gypsy woman.
Gypsies. Okay, no doubt.
Yeah, gypsies. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so they gonna So
what you trying to say? Yeah, the Kardashians trying to make them thinner. You like thinner.
But that's just on their pop side. Their mom is just a regular old American skeezer. So
white woman.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, just for
I think it's saying she a good old American skeezer.
Hey, before I get out of here, I wanted to do tonight. I was gonna do the people that's allowed to come to our barbecue, but I'm not gonna do the bracket. But I want to throw. I want to find out who that's not our skin color will be allowed to the barbecue.
Oh, what potatoes? Again?
What white bread will be allowed to come to our barbecue? Will we accept in our barbecue?
What white bread?
Well, I don't want to come out and say Caucasian. Or
Caucasians will be cool to come?
Yeah, who we
Gary
like
Owen.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I'm there. Gary Over coming through.
Keanu Reeves.
Ralphie May.
Keanu, Ralphie May. I had Ralphie May come through. Fucking damn.
Michael Rappaport.
Yeah. Remy can come.
Who?
Remy? From Higher Learning.
Man, Michael Rappaport, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh hell no, not Michael Rappaport. I ain't fucking with him.
My man Tommy from All Power.
Oh yeah, Tommy. Hell yeah.
Tommy Egan. Yeah. Tommy bringing the drink through.
You might come to eat all the food up, man.
He just don't need to bring his girl with her. You don't need to bring Holly with him.
Well, he ain't because Holly. Never mind.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Shut your mouth, RTO. Shut your mouth,
Sean Penn will be allowed. That's what he did for Katrina.
RTO on West Coast time. Shut your mouth.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Lindsay Lohan should show up too.
I already watched Power today. I'm good.
I haven't watched it yet.
Don't be the spoiler. So that's all. Any other?
Do y'all watch Unsung? Jack Dash had a.
Yeah. Watch who? Watch who?
Unsung.
Oh yeah.
Hey, why? Let me ask you a question. Why didn't there more male groups anymore? What do you think the reason?
There's no groups at all.
Why is there no groups at all anymore?
Because R&B people want to be singing over trap beats.
R&B cats trying to be thugs now.
I think it's more. I think it's more of a shift in the record companies. It all has to do with the record companies, in which they.
I believe that.
A lot of it is that a lot of people now are doing everything in house. What I mean by that is like you take a person like Drake who raps and can get away with singing a little bit. So now
that's what he called. That's what he's doing.
I guess.
So I'm coming home.
That's the prototype. That's a prototypical artist now. So nobody's taking the time to. R&B groups still exist, but here's the thing: it's like it's not fashionable.
They're not promoted yet.
Yeah, it's not. That's not the thing to do. It's
right.
They're not going out their way to make a group.
Right, but that's another reason why.
The singers are found in the singers in neo soul. That's where they at. That's where.
Well, but the thing about it is, but then it's like they're taking like again, corporations are telling you as black people, they're telling you what it's gonna be instead of you making it what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So when you got because the talent is out here. We know it. We see it. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. It's a matter of like, well, we'll tell you what good R&B music is. So now everything now is pretty much lumped into one genre, one sound. So if you listen to everything now, everything is quote unquote traps. If it ain't trap, it's trap soul. So everybody sounds the same. Everybody, it's one uniform instead of people having an individual. Can get it out. Individuality. In terms of the music, like everybody, I don't know. It's like one big ongoing song, you know what I'm saying, and it's by design.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Another thing, if you look at it, they can't even do boy band shit no more. One Direction been broke up. Like they can't even do that. So if they can't get a regular fucking
but you know what? They
boy band, then they ain't gonna go with a regular group shit. And they can't get the boy band shit to go.
Timbaland is a part of this new thing on ABC where they're redoing it. Like they're putting together like it's kind of like the Making the Band type of joint, like Puffhead.
Oh, word?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be on ABC. And when I saw this, it made me kind of cringe a little bit. I'm looking at this trailer for it, and I'm looking at Timbaland act as if this is like these are the most talented people he's ever seen in his life. And I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, man, it's shameful, man, that certain people in this culture, just the culture of music as a whole, how we're so quick to just jump on the fast and anything that's paying instead of staying true and finding out where that true talent is and cultivating that real talent.
Mm-hmm. But the thing, I mean, do you even think he could do that anymore? Because maybe this is like his last hurrah, because he had talent and we don't see shit like with Tink. Yeah, I'm like, Tink dope as fuck, and he couldn't really break her out like that. So maybe he's
But
done what he just said. Fuck it, I'm just gonna get the money.
But you know why that is though. I think a lot of times that these people be so enthralled with bigging themselves up. It's just like when you got a person like Buster who had all that talent on flip mode. You look at somebody like Lulu who had all that talent on DTP. Does it stop being about you as the artist and start being about you, the entrepreneur?
It started being about the artist.
But you know what? You know what hurts? You know what I really think it was? I think it was that if the girl you talking about, if she was with somebody else, just a regular average Joe and had good marketing, she would have did it. But by hanging Timberland around her neck, her expectations were too high for her to even grab.
Right.
But it wasn't. I mean, even if she had high expectations, she would have met them shit because she dope. Like whatever they every year, she hella dope. Like if she was on TDE, she be fucking killing it.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, man. For real, like Timberland and Missy, they had a lot of talented people come through there. Tweet, what's her name?
Tweet.
Nicole Ray.
Nicole Ray. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It is
fucking
like
Magoo.
Okay, stop.
Lucky bottle and drink the model.
You know, and even I mean, to be honest with you, Timberland is not good. Timberland is not a good producer to put rap artists together himself. He never has been.
Yeah, that's true.
I can
He's
agree
always
with you
been
on
a different genre, but when it comes to music, as a whole, Timberland is that guy.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, when it comes to building a rap artist, he did somewhat a little bit with Bubba Sparks.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's like the best thing he's done with a rap artist.
And Petey Pablo, right?
Yeah,
I forgot about Petey.
But he's not, hip hop wise. Let's just say you take Jay-Z off, brush your shoulders off. You know what I'm saying? Like, and put somebody else in there. People, you still wouldn't have thought that, because some artists supersede the beat. It always been like that. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z is one of them dudes that superseded the beats. He can have a weak ass beat, but him spitting,
him killing it makes the beat dope. Yeah.
And I'm just saying, like, from knowing how Tim is and knowing the type of person, type of producer he is, he's not really good with breaking rappers like that. He good with R&B and singers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, but we talk about in terms of like we were talking about the singers, how the dynamic of soul is taken. If you think about it's still soul singers out there, but the record company really don't have the record companies now. They don't really have a leg to stand on anymore, because the whole dynamic of shifted to a whole new paradigm. So now, the little bit of influence they have left, they have totally abandoned certain aspects of music.
Yeah,
they've killed off the male singer who sets himself apart from being the rapper. You know what I'm saying? So everything is pretty much conjoined.
That's right.
Right. So now you have to deal with a dude that you rap and sing. So that's like, but that caters to the new. You know what I'm saying? But the new audience is not something that evolved out of necessity. The new audience was created by the industry, so it can placate to all the stuff that they gonna throw you away or whatnot.
Hey, do you think that switch started with Trey Songz?
No, I think it started with quite honestly, I think it started with Drake. Drake started all of this.
Yeah, Drake. Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you why I can honestly say it was Drake. Because with Drake literally killed two birds with one stone. And the reason why I say that, because some people feel like some rappers, they can't sing, but they can rap, and their singing side killed their rapping side.
Yeah,
matter. You feel what I'm saying? Just like Fonte on the hip hop side, Fonte can go either way. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
still,
Let me say this.
He been doing that.
Let me say this. Drake wasn't the first, but Drake was the first to have the look. Like Devin the Dude been singing and rapping since the early 90s.
We're just talking about. We're not talking about the first rapper saying.
No,
we're talking about in terms of the new age. Like if you think about it,
right?
The new age that they trying
I know,
now with.
But see, Drake was the first one that had the look that they could push and promote.
Down syndrome.
You know.
Syndrome.
Well, the thing about it, Devin.
Oh shit.
Devin the Dude was my man. I was just listening to his acoustic joint today.
That acoustic levitation is the shit.
Yeah. I was listening to that joint today, and the thing about it is, with Drake and Devin the Dude wasn't on the big stage that Drake is on. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
He didn't get to that big stage in the sense by singing. He got there by that first mixtape that was an album. You know what I'm saying? By rapping with a little tiny bit of singing. Then he seen how it took off, and now he's in a position where he can do anything. He can get on the damn joint, just chant in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget about Brian Leslie.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, Ryan Leslie, but Ryan Leslie didn't reach the stage.
Actually talented.
Yeah, he's talented, but he didn't have that stage like Drake has.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like Drake is so ridiculous, man, that when you start making appearances on Saturday Night Live and actually acting in skits and all that, you somebody. You feel me?
Well, he did the Grassy back in the day anyway.
He came out at the right time because back when CeeLo and Devin and all them cats was doing it, the world was much bigger. You know, the world's much smaller now. You got social media, you got the internet, so the stuff that he's doing is way more accessible now. And so, but I think at the end of the day, it's all about the numbers. Like Hurst was saying, if I'm a record label, why would I sign a group when I can sign one person that can do what a group does?
That's true.
You know, he can get some backup singers. If I need him to harmonize, I can hire some backup singers.
Yeah, but
money into the band.
But I think the record companies face the same inevitable blow that the television happened in television. Like now, it's more what's what I'm looking for here? It's easier for me to develop a quote unquote reality show because I don't have to hire writers. All I need to do is hire security, make sure that we got plenty of liquor around, depending on what kind of show it is. You know what I'm saying?
Is cheap. And have a camera in another room so they can go talk.
So what you've done is you've canceled out jobs and people who are creatives in order to create a certain narrative, like for a show. That's why if you look at it, TV shows would like the Carmichael show. They just canceled the Carmichael show on NBC. Now, are you telling me that the Carmichael? Yeah, it's not getting renewed for another season. So the Carmichael show. Are you telling me that the Carmichael show is less funnier? Is less funnier than Love and Hip Hop is entertaining? I mean, like, come on. I mean, from a talent standpoint, like, the cast of the Carmichael show is way more talented than the cast of Love and Hip Hop. Atlanta.
But it costs way less to produce that show, though.
And that's what I'm saying. So now we're faced with have Cheetos and Doritos for dinner as opposed to having a steak and potatoes.
Exactly.
Well, it's a big shift in paradigm, with the paradigm of everything. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to
junk in, junk out, though.
Right. Exactly. And
it's showing in the culture because you put that shit up there, and now you catch people, in social media or whatever, or you can just catch them, out in public, and they be on that goofy ass shit, and you be looking at them like, is that really like you, or are you trying to appeal to hopefully go viral? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And most people try to go viral.
Yeah.
Do some shit to go viral.
It's the shift happened to me. It's with the manufacturing companies in all facets of entertainment, whether it be music gear that we use. We can dial 4 interfaces. You can get a Canon T2i for $200 that'll shoot 24p.
Yeah.
You know, that used to be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars back in the day.
Well, you know what, Dixie, I don't mean cut you off. You know what, the camera aspect, you know what made that shift, right?
What's that?
Cell phone.
Cameras in the phones.
Cell phone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I think Rick James Dave Chappelle had it wrong. They should have never gave you niggas cell phones.
On the next coons with cameras.
Well, let me ask y'all this, man. How do y'all feel about when how they try to put an age limit on hip hop?
I don't like it.
Can I answer that?
That's what I was talking about initially, and I don't think that shit bother us at all. We don't give a fuck.
Well,
No,
here's
the
thing though. With black music, it's always been like this, and for long as I can remember, there's always when it comes to black music, there's always ageism. Ageism is going to be divide and conquer. Like when you look at like a group like Green Day. To somebody like the Rolling Stones, they'll never come. Even if they feel a certain way by the Rolling Stones, they'll never publicly
say shit.
How they feel.
We're not worthy.
We killing the Rolling Stones, man. Fuck the Rolling Stones. We killing them boys, man. We got heat for them. They never gonna do that because they're taught through their genre, which is actually our genre, but they're taught through that medium that hey, you respect the greats. You never say nothing bad about the Rolling Stones, or you never say anything bad about You're never gonna hear that coming from a young rock and roll group because those dudes they're on top of the hierarchy. You never throw rocks at the throne. But when it comes to black music, because rap music is such a gladiator sport and it always has been, the record companies have been able to use that not only with hip hop music, but soul music as a whole. Think about somebody like Trey Songz going at R. Kelly. Like, why would you be going after R. Kelly?
The nigga that made your
whole style
will not exist without fucking R. Kelly. From the Braves and all, like, come on, man.
Right.
But you know what? You know one thing I noticed too, like, I know Blessed Girl is the biggest In Vogue fan in the world. But let's just say I'm gonna use In Vogue for instance, right? You know,
no, you this good or bad? You somebody you CLC.
No, I'm gonna use In Vogue because I'm gonna use In Vogue because to me, TLC they really could not sing like that for real. You know what I'm saying? They was always hidden behind the production. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though In Vogue actually could sing all of them, and what I was getting at is that when you got groups like In Vogue, shit, we can go all the way back to the Jones Girls or the Pointer Sisters or somebody like that, right? They never have to make an album again in their life to compete with this stuff out here because they always have a catalog to always tour off. And I think that the same thing could be said about some of the like let's say for instance LL Cool J say, man, I'm gonna start touring again. Like he literally do not have to come out with an album. Shit, Dougie Fresh is still touring off the show.
Yeah. Fucking damn it, what's her name? I was just watching her Unsung. She touring right now. She had fell off the stage at a certain point, like messed her knee up.
Tanya,
what's her name? Huh? No, nigga, she was. Oh, this nigga said Tanya Harding. Fuck.
No. Ice skating, like the big stage.
No, fucking. Damn it, what's her name? Fuck. She did shit. She did shit with fucking Stevie Wonder. Fuck, what's her name?
Oh, the lady from here. The lady from here. Angela Winbush.
No. She has.
Angela Winbush bad though.
No, yeah, she can sing high. She can sing high pitch like fucking Fuck is her name?
You talking about Layla? Layla Hathaway?
Wait a minute. What'd you say, BG?
She died.
No, what's her? No, what is her fucking name?
Denise Williams, right?
Man, I was about to say, man,
Denise Williams.
All right.
Denise Williams. She's still out here touring, and she's just singing their old shit, and she's still out here touring.
That's timeless music.
You know,
but you know what though?
Got a point, BG.
Talk about
she's not trying to cater to it, and that's the thing too. She's not trying to cater to nobody new. If you get it, if you're young and you get it, you just get it. But she knows who her core audience.
Exactly.
And that's why I like that new TLC song, because they not trying to go out of their way to get new fans. It sounds like a TLC song.
I like the TL. I like that TLC song too. I mean, I'm not bad mouthing them. I mean, they had their lane. They do what they do. You feel what I'm saying? And they was that was good for the time. You know what I'm saying? It's just that when I wanted to compare them. I wanted to use the different group that has a catalog just as long as theirs to say, you know, they can still tour off their catalog. Shit, TLC can still tour off their catalog as well. Escape.
I'll scrubs.
That was nice.
I don't know about Escape. They gotta get them voice. I'll be quiet. Let me be quiet. Go ahead.
Yeah, Escape is a bit rusty.
Hey, don't be talking about my Escape.
Hey, I mean, any of those groups, man. Part of that because the way we consume music was much different back then. You know,
it was.
Yeah.
It's just like
it took
being
some
honest.
Shit is at the push of a button now, though. That's the difference.
Anything that is at the push of a button will not be appreciated.
Well, also too, the music back then, and a lot of the hip hop music, even back then, you know what I'm saying. When that music invoked feeling, this is what a friend always told me. He said, "Man, this is my homeboy told me, who used to always be in the streets." He said, "Man, I wish I had your talent." He said, "I'm like, what are you talking about?" He said, "Man, you're able to captivate somebody's mind for 3 minutes that'll last a lifetime." And that always stuck with me, because a song, those songs back then would leave a timestamp in your mind.
Yep.
So when that song comes on, you remember what you were doing when that song came out.
That very fucking day.
I would say this. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Yeah,
I would say that honestly, in this day and age, is hip hop is more solely based off of the age group, because what's popping and what's trending. And like y'all said, like when it comes to the press of a button, as soon as you press that button, whatever you drop, if it's fire, it's gonna trend. But the thing about the trending is it only lasts for so long. So that's why you get a lot of artists that don't make a lot of timeless music. So they only do music for what's popping now.
You know, and to piggyback on what you just said, a lot of what they call a hip hop now is really not hip hop. It's really hip hop. It's really pop music. It's pop. It's not really. It's hiding behind the umbrella of hip hop because it's black. It's just black artists, but it's actually pop music. Because pop music. For some pop music, it lasts forever. And some pop music is just good for that point in time. So when you hear somebody like Lil Uzi Vert say, "I'm a rock star, bro," he's probably right, because he is, because he ain't no MC.
He's making real hip hop.
Right.
I forgot who was someone that said it, when you press the button that it doesn't invoke emotion or whatever.
Yeah, I said that.
So yeah, basically, it's like when we was younger, we go to fucking Sam Goody or whatever, and fucking go buy a CD. Y'all ass is happy as fuck unraveling that plastic and holding that shit and fucking reading the fucking credits and everything. You actually put in work to get that, so when you go and listen to it, you fully gonna appreciate the shit. There's a lot.
It's really like the difference of having a chef in your house and you having to cook your own food. It's a different level of appreciation that comes along with that experience.
Well, that depends on how good that chef cooked that food.
Man. Let me ask you this though. But I bet you would be more likely to throw his food away if you weren't done with it than to throw some shit away that you had spent 2 hours in the kitchen cooking.
Right.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
You're gonna be seasoned that.
Right?
Hey, go get that
nasty. That's what I mean. Music is so disposable right now.
Yeah,
because it's
like
so
fucking
easy to
Lunchables, like Lunchables and shit.
I think, man, like hip hop, and I ain't saying real hip hop. I'm just saying hip hop. The from the real hip hop to the almost real hip hop, all that has went underground where it came from. You know what I'm saying? And now it's
I
like
like that. That means the people who really want to listen to it, who's going to appreciate it, put the effort in to look for the shit.
Here's my thing on that. You know, we used to, when you say, hey man, I want to attack the masses, man. A lot of that, your motivation when you're doing this, man, I want to hit everybody in the head with this shit. That's kind of like on the flip side of that, man. You want to touch everybody too. But you know,
the thing is, that's what got us in trouble in the first place, though.
Yeah.
Because not to blame one artist, but when fucking Hammer went out of here, man, when that dude sold all those records, hip hop changed.
God damn it, Dixie.
It changed. And I'm not blaming Hammer. It's just that his music reached many more people than anybody before.
I think it wasn't just. I think with Hammer, you're right, Dixie. I think with Hammer, it wasn't just his music; it was the whole package that he had.
Everything, you know.
They put him in the mix.
This whole branding, Shut up, man.
He put a package together. He put a package together, whereas though he used known samples that everybody already liked the sample anyway. And then he had all these dances. I guarantee you, that shiny suit era, Hammer.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh hell yeah!
Yep.
He got that era from Hammer, because when people always say, "Oh, Biggie the realest, Biggie the best," well, man, him and Mace was rapping off some known damn samples, man. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't grimy with it. They went that shiny suit era for a while, and that's what brought it to the masses. Brought it back to the masses when they came along, because it was so many shifts in hip hop. Just like when you listen to the interview what Iron was saying, you know, why him was a DJ with Flex and all that. Iron said it too with something I already knew, and the reason why I always said you could never say Pac and Biggie was the best.
Shut up, Hurst.
Around that time, DJs were curating different songs because it was so much hip hop back then. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't just no one MC killing everybody back then. It was so many people.
The difference back then, though, and now, everybody had their own sound and style back then. That's what I miss most.
There you go.
Better because there's no
such thing as originality anymore in hip hop.
Hell no.
It is. It's just not. It's just not.
It's not the mainstream now. In the mainstream,
and that brings me back to the original question that I asked, and Wallace weighed in on it. Do we? Because we do original stuff here, but do we actually push that enough? Because we don't have a major push in us. You know what I'm saying? So
I think we do, man. I think we do. But like I said, it's what we do is not celebrated. It's not.
It's basically considered.
It's not celebrated. Oh shit.
Yeah. It's like when you come to listen to the bubblegum pop, and then but the person talking to them is they're a real hip hop. You know, the person that's on the bubblegum pop, they're not trying to hear it just simply because that's not what they are on. Right. You see what I'm saying? Like you know, it's not. I won't say that we don't push enough, because I've seen people out here that's on the same thing as us, and they grind hard as shit. They just don't get the love. Like a lot of the times we just slept on, because that's just how the masses work. You know, the masses is really the masses that push everything. You know, we are underground. We just have to pave our lane and make these motherfuckers understand where we coming from.
Right.
But you know, it is a lane. There is a lane for all of us. You know what I'm saying? And that lane is the Black Milk lane, the Odyssey lane, the Royce lane. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why I call out them and many more is that because
killing it overseas.
To me, you made it when you can just do music every day and you get paid to do it. That's when you know you're successful. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I want.
That is the new success.
All I want.
Hey, I got a question. I got a question for you.
Everybody on this panel. Shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you. Okay, so we all know that not everybody fucking with Wale, right? We got that. All right.
What do you do?
So
Man, that nigga's a Bama.
It's Wale.
I'll tell you about him.
So okay, now what I'm saying is, okay, we know he did the shit with Lady Gaga, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know. I don't know if everyone know that Lady Gaga is kind of like a hip hop head. Like, even though she do pop and everything, we know her for the pop shit.
Well,
I just know she look androgynous than a motherfucker.
Yeah, she's definitely that, but she is time opportunity came for her to spit some bars from Big or whoever, she'll spit the bars and know it because
well, I
she's
mean,
like
I won't call her a vulture, but most people.
No, I'm not even going. I'm not going on a vulture. I'm not even talking about vulture.
Most people like that use hip hop as a music. I mean, you gotta have something that you that.
No,
you know,
yeah, I wasn't going the whole vulture lane. I was just gonna say, how do y'all feel about Wale doing a song with her, even though she's not known for being a hip hop fan, even though she is?
That was done. Blondie did that.
Yeah,
true.
But you know the story behind why Blondie did that. That was kind of different.
Kind of
Let
different.
me say this.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Lady Gaga? Look at John Mayer. John Mayer has nothing remotely close to hip hop, but he was doing a lot of stuff with Kanye. You know what I'm saying? And he would pop up on Dave Chappelle joint on the regular. You feel what I'm saying?
You know, like certain people, it's just about, man, you know, like them dudes blurred a lot of lines, man. Like in the early 2000s, they blurred a lot of lines. Like when Ye started messing with Maroon 5 cat,
play and shit.
Adam Levine.
I mean, but hip hop. But one thing about hip hop lends itself to a lot of genres and cultures because we pull from every conceivable, you know, art form. There is.
Right. Good point. Right.
So
you're right about that. Hell yeah.
That's why it's so easy for other you know genres to kind of cross pollinate, if you will, with what we're doing because now you have stuff like, you know, techno hip hop, and you know you got so many like
in bossa nova house
sub genres and stuff.
Yeah.
Bossa house.
Industrial hop and stuff.
Oh, that Debo.
What was that shit? It's an Insane Clown Posse was doing horror hop or some shit like horror.
I like it, man. I like Insane Clown Posse, man.
Yeah. Shit, I like multiple man out of DC. He do that shit. His shit is great. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know about multiples, but yeah.
Oh, I love how Insane Clown Posse does business, man. I mean, at least back when they were, you know,
But you know what? Back then when hip hop was hip hop,
mute yourself, brother.
You had a lot of back then when hip hop was hip hop, you had a lot of those like cross pollinating, like you know, Anthrax hooked up with Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, Rage Against the Machine. And the joint with Jay-Z when they did the remix, the encore with the rock band. You know what I'm saying?
Linkin Park
and Jay-Z.
Yeah, I was just about to say, and then you get a Linkin Park being born and stuff like that.
Corn and Ice Cube.
So RTL, I don't feel no way about that. Long as long as it is, you know, it's something that's, you know, I'm not a Lady Gaga fan. I can't even tell you a Wale verse, but as long as it makes sense for him to do what he did, it makes sense, and it made good art out of it. You know, even if it's not for me, as long as his intentions on why he did what he did, you know, come through, I ain't got no problem with it. But just don't be doing shit because this person, like a lot of people do. A lot of artists do stuff with other artists because they're hot and they're able to get their fan base come on into their world. If you go listen, if I work with Mav, I'm working with Mav because I believe in what he's doing and I think he's dope. You know, but if you know, and I would hope that someone would do not because he got like 50,000 followers, man. I'm gonna do a song with him, man. And maybe his people can come over here, man, and I can get his fan base. You know, which I mean, you know,
I don't really like any of that anymore because you saw what Hannah Montana just did.
To use hip hop to get hot.
Then she gonna get on national television and try to trash hip hop.
Yeah,
so
exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like that, we talk about culture vulture, the culture vulture type of thing. That's a vulture right there. See what I'm saying?
That's straight up culture vulture.
You use a certain
your
thing
definition.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So you're using that to kind of get your way, get exposure. But when it all fizzles out for you, you're done with it. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people will say this, say they that for the culture, blah 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 blah. But you know, how many of them are gonna be around when it ain't lucrative for them no more? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta remember, her ass was. It's a party in the USA. To fucking wearing Jordans and shit.
That shit one time, yo. Timestamp that, yo.
But you know what? You know what though, man? For real, like I don't have no problem with somebody that's doing some music that's totally opposite of what you're doing, and they want to hook up. Cause like I don't even listen to hip hop when I'm not doing it really. You know what I'm saying? And I know some of those artists that are doing different genres of music probably don't get their inspiration from the same genre of music they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when somebody like with that Lady Gaga thing, she probably is a big ass fan of hip hop. You feel what I'm saying? And she probably wanted to do something like that because her winning over some Wale fans ain't gonna mean nothing to her fans. You know what I'm saying? Her fan base is way bigger. You know what I'm saying?
This is when that shit came out. This is like I think this was like Wale's first song, right when he came out with that shit.
Well, let me say this. I like Wale, the Ninth Wonder Wale. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is during that time. This is during that time.
Wale right now, I can't stand that Bama, man. He was over Run the Mills one time, right at the mall, right? My daughter was over there. She like, why? She called me up, Daddy, Wale over here. This, that, and I'm like, go holler at him. Man, she said that nigga act like a straight up bitch. I'm like, man, fuck that nigga, man.
He didn't want to sleep. Got that picture.
Yeah.
You got that picture of him.
That too.
Wale, he played both sides of the closet.
Bitch.
Like, damn, Florin.
He needs somebody to massage his face with their fist, man.
All right.
Hey, Waddy, I thought you wanted to talk about the Black. Are we done?
Hey, yeah.
I thought you wanted to talk about the Black Panther thing, right?
Hey, RTO, I'll tell you what. You go ahead. Go ahead, man. Yeah, I forgot about the Panther.
No, I just had a question for her, so I just wanted to know what he felt about Eldridge Cleaver.
Okay.
What I thought about him?
Yeah, like the whole situation about him fleeing like the whole beef between him and Huey. Like, I just want your take on it.
I think with any movement that is like, you know, larger than life or whatever, you're gonna have some people who, you know, put themselves above the movement, and you're gonna have some people because every man worth his salt is gonna have an ego. That goes with us too. A lot of times, man, when sometimes people let the ego, you know, get in the way of the mission. And so, you know, I don't know the depth of, you know, of their beef, but I'll tell you this, like a lot of it, you know, a lot of it, you know, some of it had to do with the fact that, you know, COINTELPRO and all that good stuff. But
they're the ones who did it,
right? But a lot of it was internal. All they did was just chip away at the paint, you know, the paint. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of it is when you it's like right now we're a collective, like, and we're all good at what we do. So, but at the end of the day, if we're coming together on some brotherhood shit, we need to check our egos at the door. Because if we don't check our egos at the door, our ego is going to single-handedly dismantle everything that everybody has collectively put together to build something.
That's right.
Anytime you got a situation to where, you know, it's well, this is, you know, the ego part of it, you know. Sometimes, you know, we're all prideful as men and women. We're all prideful about who we are because we want to be heard, we want to be seen, all that good stuff. But when you're a team and you got one goal that you're trying to accomplish, man, sometimes you got to put to the side, like, you know, you might be a 25 point a game scorer, But when you get on this new team, you might have to be relegated to just playing defense, man, and do the hustle shit, or you might have to assist more.
Right. Yeah.
So are you gonna let your ego, not make you a winner because you want to just you want to be you?
Yeah.
Or you gonna check your ego at the door and be like, you know what, man, look, hey, fuck 25. I'd rather get 10, 10, and 10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
yeah.
I know what you're saying. That's like we got the collective together. You know what I'm saying? And we got our collective together. So certain people do certain things. So that means I just do the hi-hats. You know what I'm saying?
If you do the hi-hat, why body do something else? Me and Mav can't do the bass, man. Somebody gonna have.
Oh no, y'all got
that.
You got that onto yo.
No, you got that all day. See, I'm gonna hand that off to you.
No. Archie gonna do the digging.
He be digging.
Y'all split that up 4 bars a piece. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Split that 8 bars.
I mean, but RTO, but like that was a movement, man, that I always talk about because the beauty of the Panther movement. You know what I'm saying? Like the beauty of it, was that this was like one of the most well put together movements ever.
Oh my God, that shit was beautiful. Like I was watching that shit, but it just
right.
It's
but
sad that this shit happened.
When you let ego and people who are not people who just want to be a part of something, or to a larger degree, you let people into the fold who don't have no history of it, or they don't. You can't really. You don't know what their angle is.
Yeah,
it's dangerous, man.
Yeah,
it's really dangerous.
Yeah. So did you watch the Netflix joint?
I did.
That's the one I watched, and they was talking about like how when they just started recruiting everyone, they didn't know who the fuck they was recruiting. They were just motherfucker. Hey, you want to be a part? Come on, let's go. Where y'all from? Y'all from Philly? Y'all trying to do this? Let's go. And a lot of motherfuckers didn't know what was going on. They just saw when they went to Sacramento with the fucking guns and shit. They like, oh, these some bad motherfuckers, man. I'm trying to be a part of this. Everybody wanted to be on some shaft shit. So
man, Reagan, and a lot of people a lot of old phase out here, they look at Reagan as like potential God. You know what I'm saying? But that dude, him, and with the help of J. Edgar Hoover, they changed
Hoover, he was not the whole thing. Yep, it was Hoover.
The whole thing. But they, Reagan was able to bring dope to the hood. Now, y'all talk about the war on drugs. Now, this is funny. The whole war on drugs in the 80s, when we were a lot of us were children, or or teenagers or whatever, a lot or not born. They the whole war on drugs was a farce because, dude, you're the one who brought drugs to the hood. You're the one who brought drugs to Oakland and ravaged Oakland from the inside out. You know what I'm saying? So the whole drug trade and the war on drugs, quote unquote, it was manufactured by, which was Reagan at the time, and it manifested itself to the 80s until we got into what we have now. So
the White House.
So you can't. So a black person can never truly be blamed for the drug culture. We're worker ants in it.
So in the game,
it wasn't a bunch of black people flying to fucking Colombia, getting the shit and bringing it back. That's a damn show.
Hey, y'all ever listen to Freeway Ricky Ross?
Yeah, no doubt. Whenever I can hear him.
The whole shit
I can go all day on this, man, but I don't want nobody to show up at the
whole shit with the Panthers. The whole shit with the Panthers, it was I guess when they started really beefing, like for real, it was when Huey got out, and everyone started they made damn near Huey, they made him like a god and shit, like. And that shit, his mind got a little twisted from it. Well, not a little twisted. He started tripping about it. So, and I guess it was an interview that they did with him and Eldridge somewhere. And then Huey was trying to bring like the whole foods for the children, the breakfast program thing back. And Eldridge was kind of tired of that going. Eldridge out here trying to take over the fucking the government and shit. and he wasn't feeling that shit no more. And Eldridge said something, and Huey had felt embarrassed about it or whatever. After that show stopped, they fucking, I think Eldridge called back. Huey called back or whatever, and say, hey man, you know what? You embarrassed me, something. And then he was like talking a little bit. Then fucking Huey went off on him. Like, you was a coward and something. He just went off.
Before he did that, he said, brother, I'm not feeling your, he say, brother, you don't have the ability to reason right now, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, he sure did, man. That shit was a shit, though. I was
what's
like,
it called? What's it called?
Yeah, what's the name?
The documentary?
Yeah.
Hold on,
PBS,
hold on.
Hey, yo.
I watched it on Netflix.
On your hat, man. What is that on your hat?
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Is that VD?
You had to look at it and shit.
Man, the whole thing with the Panthers, Medgar Evers, Martin Luther King, was like we was talking about with Hoover, man. The infiltration of counter intel probe, man. They divided and conquered the whole thing, man, because the only thing that they were worried about was that, as far as Hoover and them, anybody that was able to amass, you know what I'm saying, a large group of colored people, period, was a threat.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing about
Rise
that
of a black messiah.
The same reason why they don't go too deep into trying to find out who killed Pac, who killed Big.
Yeah. It's just like what's his name, dude from Chicago that they killed.
Fred Hampton.
Yeah, Fred Hampton. Yeah, so that was some bullshit. Man, that pissed me off watching that shit.
Just like the whole situation with the nation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I used to be in the nation. You know what I'm saying? My brother in the nation, been in the nation for 35 years. And you know, they make it look like to the public that Farrakhan or Elijah Muhammad had somebody do Malcolm in, which was some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? And that was like one of the only organizations that they could not dismantle out of all the black organizations.
Still to this day.
Still to this day.
Yep.
That's why Minister Farrakhan said, I'm the most freest political black man in the United States, period.
That's true.
And he ain't taking selfies and shit.
True indeed.
Okay.
Right, that dude's a clown,
man. Jay hit it right on the head, man. Barry taking selfies. So how is Bill Cosby supposed to help me?
They slipped something in that motherfucker drink. Sharpton.
Bill.
That nigga lost weight and he got all divaed out.
And he feels
eating the fried chicken.
If I ever still twerking,
did y'all see that little lame ass John Lil Boosie was doing?
No.
What, you talking about the money phone shit?
Yeah, man. Like
him and Future. They both
like Boosie was going off. That band was going off, man. Like, man. He was like, I ain't really saying fuck yeah, I'm saying fuck y'all. We tell y'all to do this, y'all gonna do that. I ain't gonna be putting no money up to my ear. Nigga, I'm from Louisiana. We don't feel no Jay-Z down here. Then I'm looking at the comments.
Shut the fuck up.
So I'm looking at the comments. I'm looking at the comments, right? I'm looking at the comments.
He missed the whole point.
Yeah, so I'm looking at I'm looking at the comments in the joint. All the dudes down south saying, we don't fuck with that Jay-Z shit down here. We don't fuck with that shit. Y'all up north, this, that.
Bro, come on. I live down here. Trust me, dudes fuck with Jay. Trust me, that's all cats talking about around here is the 4-4 album. So
then the crazy thing about it was they were saying, dudes on they saying, you know, saying, we don't feel no motherfucking Jay-Z around here. You know, if it ain't this, that, and other. Jay-Z wasn't shit till Big Pimpin' and all this shit. I'm like, where the fuck y'all been at, man?
Hey, but CX though, you know, if you read YouTube comments, you know there's a bunch of kids.
Oh yeah,
don't even know about Boosie. They don't even know who the fuck that is too much. So they just know free Boosie and Boosie out. So let me, you know.
Hold on. Let me say this: growing up in the South, most of my partners didn't fuck with the shit I fucked with. They only listened to the shit they knew.
Me too.
Me too. A-Ball and JG, no disrespect for them dudes raised me. Outkast,
Shout out to Stacks.
To them, I listen to Nas, I listen to Big, I listen to Ill Al Scratch, all that shit.
Now
And they're like, man, I can't understand what they're saying, man. Or well, for me, it was just a certain level intellectual thing. Like I want to be able to figure out your intricate rhymes. I want to be able to like, I wanted to be moved by your wordplay, your similes and metaphors, your double entendres. Them niggas don't even know what that shit is. You know what I'm saying? So it's a mindset. It's like, are you a basic motherfucker when it comes to thinking, or are you an intellectual? Bruce ain't no goddamn intellectual.
Yeah, right. But what I was saying is like, you know, I'm not. Them motherfuckers don't speak for the whole South. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you know what? But in a way, Six, they do, because you know, like you said,
people like me were the exception.
Right? It's a certain following. Like, if you were, dude, hey, when I was younger, dude, I recall buying Nice and Smooth, Ain't a Damn Thing Changed. Like Dixon was saying, like, you know, then people like me were I was the minority, because I would try to introduce certain stuff to my partners. They're like, man, look, get that shit out of here, man. Go get that DJ Paul and Volume 3 and put that in the tape deck. They would denounce anything other than the sound of the city, right? So with people like Boosie, you know, he speaks to a certain demographic, and those people share the same mindset, or they share the same ideals that he does. Now, he know, you know, being well traveled is more than most people that follow him, quote unquote. What Jay is saying, but his inner ignorance, you know, only sees, because it's something that he does and he glorifies. So now he has to kind of, you know, he has to
keep that persona going.
Right. So
he's feeling insecure right now. That's all.
Instead of being responsible and growing up, you know, instead of being responsible, say, you know what, man, damn, Jay trying to show, you know, like Jay said in the song, I'm trying to give y'all $1 million worth of game for $9.99.
That's why we're at where we're at.
But see,
you know,
but see, I don't mean cut you off. But see, I mean the way y'all grew up, I grew up the same way. I grew up in the same way when hip hop was coming up, and everything was go-go. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like motherfuckers didn't. Y'all think the DMV was the big hip hop hotbed? It wasn't always like this. Go-go was our national thing. If it wasn't go-go, in my line, man. Matt, you still on?
Right on. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
so I mean, close day, mom.
No, I was saying that, you know, when I was growing up, when we were growing up, everything was go-go. If it wasn't, you wasn't playing
damn truth.
You wasn't playing
you want Chuck Brown or EU, you say, man, get that.
Not even that. I mean, you know, if you wasn't Jump, Essence,
Jump, Essence, Blenders,
all of that type shit.
You guys let me ask you, DMV cats, you guys ever do a lot of go-go as far as production? Is that something?
Like I fuck around and hold a pocket on the kick, but
hey, I bet you I'm gonna do some go-go if someone has some mambo sauce. I'll make the go-go.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I actually did 2 tracks. I did 2 tracks for Tony Blunt. And I was thinking they wanted me to do a track for him.
Who?
Because and these dudes, they was like known talkers for, you know, certain go-go bands. But in the beginning, you know, I remember when I was a little kid and I started DJing at Crystal Skate when they had go-go's.
Oh shit! Okay,
like and until they started killing people around there. But but like even doing the breaks, you know, they might have 5 go-go bands there. I'm DJing, me and somebody else DJing. We couldn't not play. It would have to be like a Dougie Fresh, because Dougie Fresh is always welcome in DC. Always. It would be like a Dougie Fresh or something like that, or Curtis Blow Jones, something like that. They wasn't real rapidy rap back then. That's when people say the DMV, the hip hop hotbed, it wasn't like that always, man.
But you know, I think back then a lot of places were like that. I mean, when you think about like what Atlanta has become now, Atlanta's only become Atlanta that we know of today because of all the infusion of different cultures that culminated within Atlanta. You got New York and Atlanta. You got so much stuff there, but you got the sound of Memphis that runs Atlanta. You dig what I'm saying? So because back then there wasn't much in Atlanta in terms of music, and even when you did have some cats who come out of Atlanta, it was more like the Miami bass.
Silk Time.
MC Shy-D, Kilo.
And them dudes is legends. Like them dudes legends. Like Raheem the Dream. Them dudes is legend. You know what I'm saying? But
see, when Dungeon Family came, they came with that contemporary hip hop shit.
And that changed Atlanta for at least about 20 years. And then the whole when you look at like the TIs and the crime mobs and Lil Jon, all them people, they got a style. And it's not a referendum on Memphis music or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, if you look at it, like, it's nothing is the way, and it's not gonna stay the same always. Like you just said, like go-go was the talk of the land, up there until people like yourself and people like like Kev made it. I think Kev made it possible for a lot of dudes to feel like, you know what, man, hey, we got something to say down here. It ain't just about go-go. It's just like here in Memphis, like a lot of us don't do the Yo Gotti, do the 3-6 and stuff like that. But we appreciate it and we respect it, but there's a whole nother side to the hip hop, coin or whatever here. And that's where everywhere you go though.
It's but I mean the whole thing was, like I said, like the stuff, like everything was so go-go based. Like the people who made it out of the DMV, they weren't no hip hop dudes.
Right.
We never really had hip hop dudes. We had a lot of R&B artists, actors, stuff like that. But like
and comedians and shit.
Comedians, but to be honest with you, that Bama Wale is the top one to make it out of the DMV. You feel what I'm saying?
Say that again.
That lasted.
That Wale is the top rapper to make it out of the DMV.
Yeah, but you didn't say what you said.
I would say Don Chalant was the first one to reach me.
Nah, she ain't nowhere near what Wale is.
No, I'm not saying that. It didn't last with her. That lasted Wale, yeah. But as far as music from the DMV reaching the masses and reaching us, or me in particular,
just say hip hop. Because you heard of EU before you heard of anybody, or Chuck Brown rather.
But what I'm saying,
I still love. But what's the joint, man? Oh man, Chuck Brown joint. Busting loose shit, man. That's coming right now. I lose my mind.
Hey, Hurst, I got a question for you, Hurst. I kind of know the answer, but I just kind of want to make a joke at the same time. Hey, what was your reaction when the Rotten Spinners came out?
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna be really honest. I am not your typical Memphis dude. Like I know who 3-6 is, but what came out around that time? And I can tell you,
doing the crunchy black dance they did in the video.
Bro. We look. What you know about that? What you know about that, man?
Hey, he did this in the video.
Yeah.
No, but we do that shit all the time. That's a dance hit. We know he just popularized it. But like, dude, if I can teleport you to like 91, 92, man, I'm telling you, your mind would be blown. Like, damn, like
new twists and shit. That's what it was.
Man, I was thinking around that time, y'all was on some, because it's Memphis, and I know it's gonna be more fucking funky and everything at that time.
Oh man, but you know, man,
I can see that.
When that song dropped, man, people would you saw the spinning wheels everywhere. Like that goes to the power.
Was they like
the power of music, man. Like and how people can use music to actually sell a product. Like, bro, like I promise you, I don't know if off of off of rim sales or not. But man, I'm telling you,
should have shit.
You blinked. You had buckets that was sitting on.
Man, I remember
y'all had that bullshit out there too, huh?
I remember in the late '80s, early '90s, when you would hear something from down, like Florida, Atlanta, it was bass music. You know what I'm saying? It was speeded up. It was speeded up bass music because like 2 Live Crew set the trend for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, when I went to
City
Vietnam
and
and came home, it's like they slowed the bass music down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But like man, but back to what CX was talking about earlier about the in terms of like I said down here, like, but the whole situation with that though, it's a growth thing, it's a maturity thing. It's like, this dude's telling you he's not talking per se to you as a rapper, but he's like, okay, man, you're responsible for like this whole 4/4 album for me. Listening to it as much as I listen to it, it's a reflective project, like, and actually, man, come into terms with some of your misdeeds or the way you handle things, and like, and that's not saying that I've never been like this, but if Jay's in a higher position to tell me something about money, because I'm not dealing with the type of money he's dealing with. So if he's saying, "Hey man, don't do this," or you're looking foolish out here putting money, and I did my foolish stuff too, but don't do that right there, man, because it's, for you to do that, you got people looking up to you and following you, and so a lot of the time when people are acting out about it, it's because them dudes don't want to be responsible. It's not the fact that Jay-Z run the South or whatever. It's just a matter of like this forward thinking, like, hey man, you know what? I ain't never thought about that shit like that, but you know what? He might be right. I might need to stop doing that dumb shit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing was that, to me, like, the South has not saying the whole damn South, but a certain segment of the South has taken over somewhat rap and made it into something else. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And which I think the South should have their time, because every region should have their time. But that don't mean that everything is right when somebody take over the region. I mean, West Coast has gangster music, you know what I'm saying? And even though hip hop started in the East, but the problem is that with this generation, when somebody criticizes something they're doing, everybody got to be a hater. You feel what I'm saying? That's the problem.
But like you said, that's more of a generational. I don't think it's just a region thing, more or less. Than
I'm just saying. I mean, in general. In general.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just a generational thing. Like, the skin is a lot thinner nowadays. Like, back if an old head told you something, back in the days, you just had to eat that. You wasn't about to be like on some, on super salty shit. But some dudes are flattening your tires, man. So, but then you learn from it. Like, growing up, I grew up around older. I was in my neighborhood. I had older cats around me, so I was always the youngest dude. So, but they would tell me something, they would make a joke at my expense or whatever. Certain ways you got to learn how to handle it, because some of them dudes don't care that you're 14 years old and they 19.
Come here, young blood. Go to the store, go give me a black and mild.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Hey, like, they'll punch your ass in the face. So, so the thing about it is you have to just kind of, learn how to, like, my dad always used to tell me, like, man, you got to learn how to take some stuff, man, because you can't be so thin-skinned that people can't tell you anything. You always want to just walk off. I mean, I used to be a time in my life would do it. If somebody said something to me wrong on the job, like, man, I don't eat this shit.
But you know what, Hurst? It wasn't that Lil Boosie was, in a sense, mad with Jay-Z. He was mad that some of his fans told him that you need to stop putting your money up to your ears.
Because
so really he was mad because now he's having to be responsible for something that somebody brought to his attention. So yeah, he mad at Jay, but he mad at Jay for the wrong reason. You know, what he should have did was not paying any attention. Don't bring no attention to himself about it, because when you start paying attention to it, then you start reacting like sour grapes. Like, well, you know, he don't run. I'm grown. Man, it ain't about that. It's about making better. At this point in our life, in your life, it's about making better decisions. Like, you're a father. You're a father. And not only are you a father, you are a role model, whether you like it or not. And so he just saying, hey man, look, we all do dumb stuff. Like he said, I bought every V12 that came out.
Yeah.
He said, but I wish I'd have saved that money and did this. It's like I said, it's a teaching moment. But the Future's a little older probably. So he should kind of, and these dudes ain't dumb dudes, right? These dudes are not ignorant. These dudes are smart dudes. But
I don't know.
When you feel like again, what'd you say?
He said, I don't
know about Future.
But you know,
everybody else smart, but I don't know about that nigga.
But like CX just said, you know, instead of you taking what Jay said in the song and being like, man, you know what, dude, he right. You go take a picture with a fucking stack of money up to your ear, so you can kind of like throw a shot back at Jay, but you ain't throwing. You ain't got the juice, young blood. Spitball. You ain't sending no real shot at him. You spitballing. That's petty shit. That's shit females do. You don't
I was watching this fucking show called Thot Crimes. They do podcasts on YouTube, and one of the dudes was talking about the whole shit with Boosie, and he was saying that Boosie shit's really stupid because basically Boosie was being a hypocrite because before he got locked up, he had a song where he's talking about being like at like a round table and being an adult and getting a bunch of young dudes at the table and speaking and putting them up on game about, you know, stop doing coon shit and do this right and spend your money in the right spot and all this. So he's doing the same fucking thing Jay do. Did Jay say, hey, don't do the money phone shit? Now you out here feeling salty because he said. So like, the fuck? You had said the same fucking thing, but now, cause I think Boosie said this shit because he's trying to be relevant still. He's got to find a way to keep his name out there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys, let me go shut this shit down.
Word, no doubt.
Well, all right, that's going to be
work
it
tomorrow.
Talk That Stuff for late night. I want to thank everybody for coming out. The chat, not really sorry for starting so late. I realize now when I start late, chat's not live. That won't happen next week. Next week, we will be getting into the Pac and Biggie murders, man.
Oh, for real? But hold on. Shit, when you get back in town? Why, Body could do that shit next week?
Oh, man. Oh, that's right, man. Next week I'll be in Chi-Town, but I'll be back in time. I'll think about it. Yeah, I'll do. I'll be home by 10 in the morning, so.
Oh, shit, I won't. Shit.
If it doesn't...
I think I get back in town at like 10, but I'll hit you up once, you know, touch down and shit.
If not, we'll push it back to next week. Word, yeah. If we don't do it next week, then I'll do it the following week. I've been really getting into that.
Man, who playing a rubber band?
Some shit out there.
I don't know yet, motherfucker.
And it's gonna be it. Talk That Stuff number 58 next week. I'd like to thank Frank Mab, Six, the producer, Dixie Freely, Dead Nine, Mike Mosley, Tay Lee, RTO Beats, That Blessed Girl, everybody in the chat. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Don't worry, we'll be in Chi-Town this week. Keep tuned, stay tuned. Live points fucking everywhere.
Stupid.
It's gonna be epic. You know what I mean? Hey, so once again, man, I want to thank everybody for y'all support. Thank everybody for watching. If you like, please like, subscribe, hit that notification. Thank you very much. Like the piece on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey!
Yada, I mean.
Yes, man, can I get that?
Oh my God!
Hey,
man,
I need that beat.
Good God!
Tonight, man. Don't add the extra to it. When you play that first, send that to me.
Hey, Widebody, man.
Yo.
Hey man, I don't want you to get all teary-eyed again or nothing, but man, hey bro, like dude, real talk, man. You dude, nigga inspired to make beats like you do.
Whatever,
Real
man.
talk.
Stop this.
Don't cry though.
y'all
Don't cry.
ain't wild about
Don't
what was
cry.
that?
Damn, bro.
You ready to make me?